Winter Games. Big welcome. Just listen to this. Off and underway. Germany getting the better of the opening face-off. The second Olympic meeting. German pressure. Latvia responding with their first attack and trying to settle the game with a rhythm that they'd like it to be. Now, opportunity through. One-on-one breakaway hit for the Germans, and just like that, they take the lead. Flicking the switch, and Lucas Reichel fires home his first Olympic goal. Quick break. The Latvians fought through and running off the back. At great pace, Lucas Reichel. Gets the back to Paterka again, tries to fire one. Latvian supporters counting down the back end of this penalty killer's Draisaitl with a deft flick up towards the goal. Averted again by Latvia, and a big stick interception coming in there from Roberts Malmsheets, which was an response and interception from Gergensons, who comes away now with the puck, and all of a sudden Latvia looked menacing down the other end, and Grabauer was able to stick firm with the pads in that crease, and then it fires back through and round the back of the net. Latvia's best of the game, fired in front, just trying to take it into his stride on the stick and then work it to the right side of possession and sharp play, but they've been able to beat Shilov since that opening goal, and now maybe the breakaway here for Latvia. They're through great pace. The penalty is going to come actually, despite that miss there, Grabauer standing firm, but Latvia will get a 5-on-4. So the block coming in from Latvia, then the transition, and trying to burst through. Let's see, Sandis Vilmanis was hooked. It towards goal from Balchas. Maybe a break in front of the net, and this time a goal. Grabauer is beaten, and it's Dancer Lochmeles. And it's as simple as a well-won face-off. Two round the back there for Latvia, and combining to devastating effect. Gergensons to Lochmeles. Lethal. Taking not just the puck, but also Bernard Krastenberg's stick away from him. Draisaitl can't make it stick. Loose play, chance in front of the net hit. In it goes. And the Germans back in front. The Latvian error punished by Lukas Keldler. You can't be making a mistake like that. Play right in front of the net. And it was shifted to Keldler, just found a gap somehow. Short side, Germany lead. But Germany coming away with it. Stutzler and Draisaitl again looking like a terrific combination. Sadi getting involved now, shifts away, works the angle. Equal to it was Shilov's. We have done well to get into the German zone here. Now an opportunity in front, trying to squeeze it through. Grabauer, heroics with his glove, down low to his left. Hasn't had a great deal to do in this second period so far, but how about that? It was the pads making the save low down. Had to just transfer his weight from one side to the other. Excellent work to deny Martin Zierkels. Back again. Storm this time in the way. Latvia really struggling here, but eventually get the goal. It only needed one moment. They were patient and worked for it. But Lochmelis scores his second of the game, both on the power play, and Latvia level again. It just looked like Germany were going to be able to just sit in. But eventually Lochmelis, you can see he's in the circle. He eventually works that shot with lethal accuracy into the top corner of Philipp Grubauer's net. Schmidt. Oh, that's straight pass, straight through. Dreisaitl save. Big save, Shilovs, to put Germany back ahead. And there's a loose play, cross ice in the centre zone. Peterka quickly shoving it into his captain's path beyond the blue line as he broke away with 35 seconds remaining on this German power play. Dreisaitl motoring through. Might go alone here, shifts the angle. Really good late interception coming in. Able to avoid being offside there as he broke beyond the blue line. Stutzler in the circle. Low shot, it comes off the crossbar. Shot coming in off the frame of the goal. And it's a clean strike. Stutzler all the way through. Not much Shilovs could have done about that one. Latvia send a puck clear, and now they might have a 3-on-1 if they play it well enough. Shooting opportunity, big save from Grubauer. Sent down the ice, Reader might be through here. Oh, it's something on it from Shilovs, the Munich man. Down the centre of the ice, getting in behind. Could only find the blocker of Shilovs. Well, physically taxing on Latvia to be down a player for those 2 minutes. But what could that do to the atmosphere in this game? Now they've survived that as they're through 1-on-1, and then they get the goal. Latvia lead for the first time. And what a time to get it. Edwards, Tromax, and just moments after surviving with the penalty kill, Latvia stunned the Germans down the other end, and Philipp Grubauer is beaten, and Latvia lead 3-2. And look what it means to the Latvian bench. Harry Svitolins can't contain. Held up at the circle. Sensible move. Latvia with an opportunity to build some offence. Schmidt trying to get away. Past Storm. Holding it up near the backboard. Can they get it out in front? Yes, they can. And Latvia score a fourth. Renards Krastenbergs has the Germans shell-shocked since Sochi 2014. Smits, the 18-year-old, working it to his veteran captain around the net, and then out in front for Krastenbergs, who was well placed and clinical in firing past Grubauer. And 2 Germans in front of the net here to try and create that uncertainty in front of Shilov's goal. Stutzler. Bodies in front of him. Dreisaitl tries to thread it eye of a needle into the slot. It then loops up, isn't away. Dreisaitl square for Stutzler. Pile of bodies, but the puck goes through, and Germany get a vital goal to half the arrears with 2:19 remaining in the match. Germany just overpowering the Latvians in their own zone, causing chaos. Well, they couldn't deal with the looping puck. It deflects in ultimately off of Kristaps Zila. But it will go down as a Stutzler goal, his third of these Olympic Winter Games. And the 6-on-5 has worked. And now the pressure's on both teams. Now or never for Germany, but Latvia win the face-off. And if they can keep it in that corner, then that will be that. What a moment for Latvia. Full-time in Group C, in a classic encounter here in Milano Cortina.
For Germany, with Wagner and Seider on defense, Quinn Hughes and McAvoy for the United States. We are underway. This is Wagner, moves the puck around. Quinn Hughes on it for the United States. Now McAvoy up the boards, deflected by Matthew Tkachuk, kept alive by Germany.
Good play, Jack Eichel defensively there. Germany had something going, but Eichel came back and shut that play right down.
Puck sent ahead by Tiffels. A hit by Matthew Tkachuk, knocking Szymanski to the ice. And now the United States goes for a change.
Talking about Brady, that is, with a little hit on Leon Draisaitl right as Draisaitl was getting in the door to the right of me.
Bisman back to play the puck for Germany. Tim Stützle on the ice, shot by Boldy, sticked aside by Franzreb. Jake Gensel over for the United States, tied up by Bisman. Austin Matthews and Tim Stützle. Puck sent back around by Boldy. Franzreb settles it down, moves it up the boards in glass. Matthews looks to cut around Stützle. Matthews knocks the puck down. Here is Gensel towards the net, and then Boldy stopped by Franzreb. Early chance for the United States. Now Stützle with the puck for Germany.
Boldy was just in a little too tight on Franzreb and wasn't able to elevate that forehand shot right in front of the net.
Puck sent into the United States zone by Toomey of Germany. Now Werenski for Tage Thompson. Thompson with Dylan Larkin and Clayton Keller, who replaces Kyle Connor in the lineup tonight for the U.S. Now Sanderson in behind the net. Thompson has scored a power play goal in game one. Shot by Sanderson. Thompson got a stick on it. And now Michaelis moves the puck ahead for Germany. Here's Cahoon, played in the NHL. Puck blockered aside by Hellebuck. Thompson over for the United States. Had it taken away by Michaelis. And now it's Werenski of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Sanderson works the puck back around as the U.S. goes for a change. Brock Nelson on the ice with Jack Hughes and J.T. Miller. Hughes has been outstanding over the first two games.
Good smart play there by Jack Hughes. Make sure you just get the puck in deep, not looking to turn the puck over.
Alexander Eel shoots in for Germany. Number 8, Bias Reeder. Here's Reeder with the puck. In with a shot, it gets blocked.
McAvoy with the block.
Now Brock Nelson in across the Germany line for Hughes. Jack Hughes tied up. Good back check by Nico Sturm of the Minnesota Wild. Germany has iced the puck 3 minutes in.
Well, what a chance for Matt Boldy early. The turnover by the Germans. Matthews to Gensel. He's all by himself, and he just just in a little bit too tight, and it's tough when you're in tight like that, especially on your forehand, to elevate the puck. If you're on your backhand, your hands are more in front of you, you have more control and a lot easier to get that puck up elevated on the backhand. But a good quality chance there for Matt Boldy, who scored a real nice goal last night against Denmark.
The Eichel unit back out for the United States. Here's Quinn Hughes out for Matthew Tkachuk with a drive through a screen. Set by his brother Brady, and the save made by Franz Reb. Canada and Slovakia have clinched a bye into the quarterfinal round. One other game across town. Denmark leading Latvia 3-2 midway through the third period. The three first-place teams and the top second-place team receive a bye into the quarters. The other 8 must play games in the playoff round on Tuesday. We will keep you posted on all of the permutations throughout this game. It will become a little bit clearer once the Denmark-Latvia game ends. The United States, with a win of any kind, will clinch the top spot in their group. Puck carried out of the zone by Visman, brought back in. Germany offside. What a game earlier today for Macklin, celebrating, and he's been tremendous throughout the tournament.
What a tournament. Goal in every single game for Team Canada. He scored on a penalty shot in that game against France, and then on a power play gets a pass from Mark Stone. And the fourth leading scorer in the National Hockey League sometimes gets out on the ice for John Cooper and Team Canada. But the top 2 scorers of the National Hockey League, Connor McDavid and Nathan McKinnon, and that line has been flat out lights out for Team Canada. And Macklin Celebrini, one of the MVPs of the National Hockey League to this point in the season.
19 years old, wants the puck all the time on the ice. That's what I see at ice level. Incredible confidence that youngster has. He's been terrific for Canada so far.
Big hit, Brady Tkachuk on Leon Draisaitl. As you mentioned, Bush, a little bit earlier when they were both exiting the ice. And I'm sure that will continue. See if that matchup continues for head coach Mike Sullivan and Team USA. The Eichel line against the Draisaitl line of Team Germany.
Canada has won all 3 of their games. They've outscored their opponents by 17, and goal differential comes into play as far as the tiebreakers. Now Werenski for Gensel. Jake Gensel chips the puck in. 4.5 gone by, first period here in Milan. As Kadla plays the puck across for Germany.
A couple of times.
Lucas Reichel in with a shot, and that's knocked down, covered by Hellebuck.
A nice move there by Lucas Reichel.
Sidney Crosby, a major factor once again earlier today for Team Canada, now has 16 points. And that is the most by a Canadian player during the Olympics in which the NHL has participated.
Continue to dominate 21st season of the National Hockey League. Of course, the captain of Team Canada and the captain of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Just to finish that thought, a couple of times for Team USA in the offensive zone, they made some poke plays back to their defense and a blind play. You want to make sure you don't want to give any free odd man situations to Team Germany.
Clayton Keller on the ice, number 91. His first game of the tournament. This is Keller. Keller maintains control of the puck. Cross-ice pass picked off and cleared. Quinn Hughes racing back. Sidney Crosby with a goal and 2 assists in the game earlier today against France. Hughes leading the United States in ice time. Over the first 2 games, over 22 minutes, they dressed 7 defensemen. Here's Mo Seider of the Detroit Red Wings on goal. And it's gloved by Hellebuck. The entire roster on Team USA comprised of NHL players, 7 on the German side, and 4 others who have played in the NHL in past seasons. Puck carried out by Jacob Slavin.
Think about JT Miller there. I'm sure he deflected that puck and got it in deep and went for a change.
Now Reeder, nice pass ahead. Here comes Nico Sturm, a two-time Stanley Cup champion. With Colorado and Florida, the puck deflection to the United States bench.
How's the energy level down there tonight, Bush?
Very good. Yeah. Very good. This is the best atmosphere we've had yet for a USA game. It certainly feels like a pro-Germany crowd. A lot of chanting going on. I think this is good for the United States. I mean, let's face it. You know, the opponents that they faced in the first couple of games, not as stiff as what we're going to see here tonight against Germany. I think the U.S. needs this. They need to be in a game where it means something. Obviously, a win gives them the division win in their group. And the fact that it can be somewhat of a hostile environment, I think this is a good setting for the United States to get their game going.
And Mike Sullivan told his team just that. He said, we need to think of this game as an NHL playoff-type atmosphere.
Good hit by Brady Tkachuk on Draisaitl, and that ended up forcing a turnover, and Team USA's got something going in the offensive zone.
Now Draisaitl with the puck. Moves it back onto the stick of Visman. Up the boards. Germany offside. 6.5 gone. In a scoreless first period, we check in with
his brother Matthew. Were killed by a drunk driver in August 2024. Now, Johnny was 31 years old. He was considered a strong contender to make the U.S. Olympic team. There you see his jersey hung in the locker room. And Zach Werenski, his teammate in Columbus for his final 2 seasons, and one of his best friends, said Johnny's a guy that would be in Milan at the Olympics. And he was one of the greatest U.S.-born hockey players of all times. It means the world playing for him, playing for Matthew. And we want to make them proud and bring home a gold medal, guys.
Great scene at the World Championships last year. Keeping his spirit alive without any doubt. USA Hockey and this men's team here in Milan.
And there is Zach Werenski, his teammate in Columbus.
Having himself a heck of a season, a Norris Trophy type season on the back end.
20 goals for Werenski. He was terrific in the Four Nations last February, led the entire tournament in scoring with 6 points.
Well, guys, during that TV timeout, Matthew Tkachuk was up to Matthew Tkachuk things. An awful lot to say to Leon Draisaitl here in between the benches, and to some other players as well. Get a lot of that in the Stanley Cup playoffs between the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers with Matthew Tkachuk, and he certainly got the message from Coach Mike Sullivan to treat this like a playoff game. He's got the mouth going here tonight.
And he used to play in Calgary, the Flames-Oilers rivalry as well. So they have seen a lot of each other, including the Stanley Cup final each of the last 2 seasons.
Might make for an entertaining night to be down here if he keeps it up.
The best seat in the house, Coach.
Puck sent in by Lucas Reichel. Werenski with it for the United States. Penalty coming up here. And this will go against Keebler of Germany.
He got his stick tied up with Matt Boldy along those near boards right in front of Team USA's bench.
Germany, penalty, hook.
Boldy does a good job of puck protection. He forces Keebler to reach in behind, and there you see the stick around the gloves and the waist of Matt Boldy. And both referees actually put their arms up at the same time. And that's where you beat the referee to the scorer's desk if you're the guilty party.
United States 2 for 5 on the power play. Puck is carried out by Eel. Matthew Tkachuk on the ice with Eichel, Thompson, Matthews, and Quinn Hughes. Thompson and Matthews have the power play goals in this tournament for the United States. Puck is cleared by Eel.
He's made 2 good plays there, shorthanded for Team Germany, and he gets high fives all the way around when he comes back to that bench.
30 seconds gone to the penalty. Here's Eichel. Jack Eichel, 4 points, leading scorer for the United States. And now Reeder sends the puck down ice. Tobias Reeder, excellent penalty killer during his time in the NHL. He's always among the leaders in shorthanded goals, so they have to keep an eye on him.
Out.
2 United States players collide. Austin Matthews and Jack Hughes, and it led to a scoring chance for Reeder of Germany. Now it's Brady Tkachuk. Tkachuk, next man to the puck. Brother Matthew, out to Jack Hughes. 50 seconds remaining on the Germany penalty. Hughes, cross ice. That led to Werenski playing the puck along the near boards.
That was Boldy that had that chance.
Half minute to go on this power play for the United States. Here comes Jack Hughes, looking to feed Boldy. Picked off by Draisaitl, kept alive by Gensel. Now Brady Tkachuk for the United States. Penalty time winding down. Puck comes back out to Gensel, and now Werenski. Jack Werenski, back for Gensel. Jack Hughes down low. Brady Tkachuk looking for the puck. Werenski. Now Gensel. Cross ice pass, saved by Franzred.
Put him right in the mask.
Now out in front, Gensel, another save as the penalty expires. Stützle battling for the puck. And now Germany with numbers. 3-on-2 into the United States zone, offside.
Well, a power play that really couldn't get anything going early came to life late on that power play, and you look in behind, there's that collision. Matthews and Jack Hughes. Matthews never saw Jack Hughes. He was trying to get off the ice, and then Hughes kind of toe picks there. So a tough shift there for 86 White, but what a chance out in front of the net. And Franzred with a really, really nice stop there.
United States and Germany scoreless. We've played nearly 10 minutes. Here's Sanderson. Puck sent in deep. Nelson lets it go through to Trocheck. Now J.T. Miller tried to get it back in front to Nelson. McAvoy had trouble with the puck. Cleared ahead by Reichel. And now deflected along by Vincent Trocheck. Bo Seider with it for Germany. McAvoy pinching. And Germany moves it down into the United States zone. Slavin in pursuit. J.J. Peterka of the Utah Mammoth in on the forecheck. Pass was blocked off by Matthew Tkachuk. And now it's Jack Eichel with Brady Tkachuk. Looking to get it back to Matthew. Shot by Brady Tkachuk. Stopped by Franzred. Cahoon with the puck for Germany. Shots are 8-3 in favor of the United States. Here's Cahoon. Moving it on Faber.
Big close up there by Jacob Slavin. Shut that cycle right down.
Back around it comes. Visman hustling over. Eichel got the stick on it. And now both teams made changes.
Small play by Eichel, but very important. Extended shift. Got to make sure those pucks get out. Don't give Germany any free opportunities.
Now here's Eel. Moves the puck in deep for Sturm. Reeder battling for it. And the United States back up ice. Gensel. Now Boldy. Boldy looks to set up Austin Matthews. Puck comes back around to Matt Boldy of the Minnesota Wild. Out to the point, McAvoy. Near side, Quinn Hughes. Deflects into the crease.
They hit the post as well. Gensel with the tip.
Franzred just took his stick and tapped it there and saying thank you very much.
Now Matthews flips the puck ahead. Puck flipped out of the zone. 8:15 remaining in the first period. Chance of USA from the crowd here in Milan in a scoreless game. Here comes Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl back out to the right side. Now over the left point. Run around by Cable. Draisaitl back out. Battle in the corner. Szymanski out to the right side. Gowanka past the stick of Szymanski, who has played in 5 games for the Edmonton Oilers this season, number 44 for Germany. Line change by head coach Mike Sullivan, with the United States outshooting Germany 10-3. Team USA had the game's first power play. Here's Stützle.
Oh, good stick there by Jack Hughes defensively. That shuts down a possible chance for the Germans.
He was trying to get it over to Seider. Now Seider with the puck. Up the boards, Peterka. Now spinning with it is Stützle. Brady Tkachuk's teammate in Ottawa. No Seider with it once again. J.J. Peterka. Cutting wide on Hanifin. Peterka sends it in behind the net. Cahoon moves it up the boards. Picked off. And now it's Eichel for the United States. Shoots in.
Jack Eichel's made 3 or 4 outstanding defensive plays so far for Team USA.
Matthew Tkachuk stopped by Franzrev. Slavin found Tkachuk. We remain scoreless. 6.5 remaining in the first period here in Milan.
Ilya Malinin showing beautiful control.
He's clearly a crowd favorite.
Get the most reliable Wi-Fi from Xfinity at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that.
I hope you can walk because I'm not carrying you.
I feel liberated, over medicated. If I'm overrated, say what you want, I can tell by the look I'm on.
Saw or shovel?
Finish him. He plays slow everywhere. Ice. Don't be a hero.
Brady Tkachuk wearing a microphone for us tonight. Washington University alums throughout the roster, along with the coaching staff and the management team.
He's taking a run at the right guy for Team Germany.
Now Quinn Hughes down low, centering pass, and Germany comes away with the puck. Here's Cahoon. Dylan Larkin in on the forecheck. Pass up the middle, broken up by Clayton Keller.
I like how USA is funneling pucks to the blue paint. Just a matter of time before they get the bounce that they're looking for.
Shots are 12-3. Favor of Team USA as Franzrev moves the puck up the boards. Comes to Keller. Now Larkin with it.
Yeah, good play by Larkin, sealing the wall there.
Here's Keller. Shot from a tough angle was blocked. Quinn Hughes for the United States. Now Hughes takes the return. Fires, and that does not get through. Diving play by Cahoon, kept alive by Tage Thompson. Larkin and Fistman. Fistman comes away with the puck for Germany. Counted by Gensel.
Sorry, Kenny. A couple of tired defensemen out there for the Germans right now.
Austin Matthews keeps the puck alive in the Germany zone. Here's Werenski.
Either score or they're going to take a penalty here. He got him under duress.
Matthews back out. Werenski. Puck comes out of the zone. And now a couple of German players head to the bench. Gensel back out. Shot by Boldy. Handled by Franzred. Under 5 to play, first period. Franzred has stopped all 13 United States shots on goal.
You've served our country. You've put in the hours. You've given your all. That's why Navy Federal Credit Union is proud to provide you and your family with the financial support and award-winning member service you deserve. Because you've earned it. All veterans and their families can join. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Coming up, the first intermission report presented by Pokemon with Lindsay Zarniak, Anson Carter, and TJ Oshie. We take you back to the 1992 Winter Olympics. Canada and Germany. That was Peter Draisaitl stopped Leon's dad, Eric Lindros, with the winner for Team Canada. Peter Draisaitl, a three-time Olympian. 1988, 92, and 98, and now his son representing Germany. The United States 9-1 all time against Germany at the Olympics, including a big win in 1980. The game prior to the miracle game against the Soviet Union. The United States defeated West Germany 4-2. Shot wide to the left of Hellebuck. Charlie McAvoy through the neutral zone. From the red line, shoots in and then goes for a change. Mo Seider from behind his own net for Germany. Germany only 3 shots on Connor Hellebuck. United States with 13 on Maximilian Franzred. Now here's Peterka dropping it off. Shot by Mueller, missed the net.
That was actually intended for Reichel, who was wide open, flying down those left wing side of the ice.
Reichel, 73.
For Team USA, Kenny, that one of the Germans stepped into it, didn't allow it to get to Reichel.
Reichel keeps the puck alive down low for Peterka. Back out to Reichel in the Vancouver Canucks organization. Now Peterka. Pass broken up by Faber. He was looking for Stützle. Back around it comes to Peterka, the former Buffalo Sabre. Long shift in the United States zone. Mueller across and a glove save by Hellebuck. Puck came loose. And it's kept it at the line by Mueller. Here's Peterka for Stützle. Mueller with a shot, and that's gloved, held out to by Hellebuck.
In this first period, 3:03 left to go. Won a couple of foot races. Team USA, even though they were dog tired, they kept the Germans pretty much to the outside, and a little bit of a rebound there from Connor Hellebuck, but that was the most dangerous chance with somebody standing in front of the net.
Earlier moments ago, probably about 4 or 5 minutes ago, the chance for Gensel that Franzred was able to fight off.
Saved by Hellebuck there on Visman. Draisaitl slides it across. Visman moves the puck in behind the net. Tiffels, 95, who grew up with Leon Draisaitl, now playing together on the Olympic team. Keller moves the puck ahead, and now it's Larkin with 2.5 to go in the period. United States and Germany scoreless. A win of any kind by Team USA. And they will clinch their group. Shot by Sider. Puck came loose after the save by Hellebuck. Now Draisaitl with it once again. Rink wide pass. Picked off by Clayton Keller. Here comes Draisaitl. Draisaitl for Sider, and the save by Hellebuck. Germans over these last couple of shifts have had a lot of zone time in the USN.
Germany's starting to get comfortable in this game. Last couple of shifts, creating some chances. Sider there, star defenseman, plays in Detroit, gets that puck to the net, and this last one, a shot from distance, but Hellebuck able to swallow that up. I think for Hellebuck, important that he gets some action too and get comfortable in this game. He saw his squad play in the offensive zone, but for him to make a couple of saves, he's got to feel awfully good to kind of get comfortable into this game as well.
Shots down 13-8. Germany with the last 5. Puck knocked ahead by Werenski for Matthews. Matthews took a hit from Michaelis. Puck comes out to the left side. Werenski back around. Austin Matthews.
Nice play there.
Now up the boards. Werenski for the United States. Across for a shot by Hannafin. And now Matthews unable to get the shot through. This will be an icing call against Germany.
I want to go back to a play earlier in the game. I think when you're in a tight game, you got to make sure you're making right plays. Charlie McAvoy's going to pitch in, but he knows that this man right here is Vinny Trocheck. He's going to come back and support him if he is going to be aggressive along the boards to keep pucks alive and plays alive. Excellent job by McAvoy and Trocheck. I know nothing happened there, but if you're going to have aggressive defense, you better have responsible defensively guys like that in Vinny Trocheck.
Here's Matthew Tkachuk for Team USA. Big hit by Mueller on Eichel. As they continue to battle for the puck, Brady Tkachuk comes in. All 3 United States forwards in that far corner. Puck is sent down by Michaelis. And this will be another icing call, so Germany must leave the same 5 skaters on the ice. A look at the updated standings in Group C. Denmark with a 4-2 win over Latvia. So 3 points apiece for Denmark and Latvia.
And Latvia beat Germany yesterday, right, Kenny?
Yeah, the United States beat Denmark. Latvia beat Germany 4-3 in their previous game. United States will clinch Group C with a win of any kind. And Germany with a regulation win would finish atop Group C. Puck sent around by Matthew Tkachuk for brother Brady. Final minute of the period. Eichel fanned on it. Now Quinn Hughes in to play the puck. Out to Jack Eichel. Long shot. Puck is loose. Matthew Tkachuk sent it through the crease.
No glove on.
Thought I heard a whistle, and the goal will not count. They wave it off.
Yeah, no glove on the goaltender. He had lost his blocker, lost his stick. Matthew Tkachuk had lost his helmet. And referee Wes McCauley of the National Hockey League was right in behind the German netminder and is giving an explanation on why the play was stopped. The battle in front of the net. The cross check knocks the goalie over, loses his glove. And then the whistle comes here. Not sure why he blew the whistle.
The officials can blow it dead if the player is in the blue paint. They can blow it dead. Now I feel like he was pushed in there. Watch right there, push. To me, I mean, that is all Germany that got Matthew Tkachuk in the blue paint there.
The rule reads, the officials can stop play if an attacking player establishes position in the goal crease.
I don't know if that falls into the category. I think that may have been a quick whistle as Matthew Tkachuk was pushed into the blue paint and made contact with the goaltender.
Germany controls the face-off. Seider unable to clear the zone. Here's Gensel. Down to 25 seconds. Now Stützle with the puck for Germany. Held in the zone by Boldy. Across it comes for Matt Boldy. Down to 15 seconds. He's hit by Stützle. Now Peterka and Quinn Hughes. Puck played by Austin Matthews. Cross ice. Score! The United States strikes first. Late in the first period, under 9 seconds remaining. Zach Werenski with his first goal here in Milan.
We talk about face-offs. About 20 seconds before this 25 seconds, the Germans won the face-off. They were not able to clear the puck. Team USA was dogged. Matthews to Werenski. Oh, and right between the legs of Mo Seider. Past Franz Rep. And that is a huge goal, Bush, at the end of the period for the Americans.
Back-breaking goal for Germany to give up. I mean, they get out of this first period 0-0. It's been a hard-fought period both ways to give up that goal for Germany. We'll see how they respond to that adversity, but that is a massive goal for Werenski and the United States to get it at the end of the period.
And even more so, when you win the face-off and you don't get the puck out late in the period, it ends up in your net, it makes it even worse.
So the United States with a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes. A win of any kind, and they will clinch their group and receive a bye into the quarterfinal round. Matthews sets up Werenski. 1-0. Team USA.
My favorite?
My favorite's the one that's got jet black hair.
He's extremely fast.
Limitless.
So cute. She has a 12-octave vocal range.
Can be calm.
Powerful.
Estilo como yo.
닮기도 한 것 같아갖고.
He would improvise on the spot.
Just always finds a way to make it funny.
We both have very fast
moves.
And can change the world using its mind.
Jigglypuff is my favorite. Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff.
Every single time you met a new Pokemon, it felt like you met a new part of yourself.
He likes to sleep. Just like me.
뭔가 여러 모습으로 변할 수 있는 모습도.
Sí, tiene muchas formas de superar a sus oponentes.
Con mis chivios para girls who love language.
Sa loyauté, sa rapidité.
She uses her voice to protect herself.
This homie, you know? Totally.
That's why I love it.
My favorite is Eevee.
Mi favorito es Arcanine.
Gengar.
Jigglypuff.
What's great?
So, what's your favorite?
Big news, America! Wegovy now comes in a pill.
So adults with obesity can lose weight and keep it off along with diet and exercise.
Yes, thank you, DJ Khaled. Be honest, if there was a pill that made other helpful things possible, you'd take it.
If there was a pill that could help me parallel park, I'd take it.
If there was a pill to make me a pro wrestler, I'd take it. Say Uncle Khaled. Uncle Khaled. Maybe we don't need a pill for everything, but for managing weight, there's Wegovy, the first and only GLP-1 pill for weight loss.
Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines for it. Call your prescriber if you experience vision changes or heart racing at rest. Side effects of nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
That's not your car, is it?
Ask your prescriber about once daily Wegovy pill.
Real cocktails, perfectly mixed. Cutwater.
Today's intermission report is brought to you by Pokemon.
So just when you thought it might be scoreless after the first period, Zach Werenski changes it up. The 28-year-old playing for the Columbus Blue Jackets in his Olympic debut scores late in the first period, very late we should add, to give Team USA a 1-0 lead. So here we are, first intermission, Team USA by a hair leading 1-0 at the very end of that first period. I'm joined by 10-year NHL vet Anson Carter, TJ Oshie, Olympian with Team USA in the Sochi Games back in 2014. So we know that this team, Team USA, has taken a while to heat up, right? They've had some issues in the first period, especially the first 10 minutes, but this is the first back-to-back game. How much do you make of that factoring in?
Yeah, it factors in. Not only is it a back-to-back, but they've been playing 9-10 puck drop games where they're at in Milan. And so that's different than anything in the NHL. You're playing at 7:30 maybe. So that changes things. Pre-game skate is later. I know they didn't have a pre-game skate today, but it's at 11 and 12 instead of 10:30 and 11:30. That gap between there, I'm not making excuses for them. Rule number 76, no excuses.
Can't you guys just nap longer?
Play like a champion.
You nap anyway, no?
Like
you
a champion. But no, you're napping. But there has been some miscues in this first 10 minutes, especially for the U.S. team.
And that's where leadership is a big part of how the Americans play. Austin Matthews, big-time assist, Captain America. Zach Werenski, he's a captain back in Columbus, scoring that goal in that hockey game. So your offensive players have to get their touches and feel good about themselves. Contributing offensively is really big for them.
What was your impression on some of the miscues that we saw earlier in this period?
Yeah, well, you see one on the breakout here on the power play. Obviously, you don't want to see this happen for your players, and that just has to do with routes, maybe not paying attention, but it does lead to a scoring chance against. Actually, pretty good hit there by Austin Matthews. And then, and here, taking a heel pick in a regular season, I'm telling the video coach to clip that. We're showing it on his birthday.
Sniper.
But maybe not in the Olympics.
So that's the kind of teammate you are.
That is the kind of teammate. We don't want that happening. Another one here with the scoring chance and it popping over Boldy's stick there.
Yeah, we'd always say there's a sniper in section 300 whenever that happens. It's not a good feeling falling down like that all by yourself.
Yeah, Anson, what were your thoughts just as you were watching that period?
I did like the way their game was able to build. The Germans aren't going to be a pushover, and coming to this game, I'm sure everyone's expecting a blowout from Team USA, watching how dominant Canada was. But I don't think the Americans could get out of their structure, Osh. They're going to continue to play their game and take what the game gives you instead of trying to anticipate and start to cheat. And then if that does happen, you've got a lot of firepower in Stützle and in Draisaitl that can make you pay and put the puck in the back of your net.
Can't give them free offense, and that's turnovers in the middle of the ice. You got to play direct, play a North American style of game, and let your skill take over later.
Also interesting, the crowd there, as it's largely German, people cheering, so obviously that adds to the hype.
Yeah, playing in almost like a road game a little bit, which makes you play even more simple.
But you like that. You like to hear those whistles,
the
quiet. It just fires you up even more.
All right, 20 minutes in the books. Team USA leading Germany 1-0. We got more from TJ and Anson when we come back.
How long has that house been empty?
20 years.
For decades, people have gone missing.
The whole town can't be involved in some murderous conspiracy.
We need to get out of this cul-de-sac.
I'm gonna go with everything on the menu. I'm Braun Strowman. I've traveled the world wrestling for WWE. From hidden culinary gems, I want this to stay in my mouth forever, to hometown legends across the country. Wow. There's no better way to see a new town than to eat your way through it.
Everything on the menu. Watch now on Fandango at Home. Season 2 coming soon to USA.
There are no easy paths. No guarantees. The best of the PGA Tour. Go for gold.
It's really hard to put into words how special it is to win this tournament.
It's the best experience for a player.
March is going to be major. The Players' Championship begins live March 12th on Golf Channel.
USA Sports, your new home for live events.
The Premier League on USA Sports.
Charlotte spins.
championship in women's golf. The stuff you dream about. The third leg of golf's Grand Slam.
Season 2 of Love is kicked off.
From tee-off to kickoff, from the top rope to the checkered flag. See it all live on USA Sports.
Welcome back. Today's first period highlights are brought to you by Pokemon. Team USA's final game of the preliminary round, trying to lock up a spot in the quarterfinals. First period, at the very tail end of the first period, Zach Werenski there of Team USA, assisted by Austin Matthews. Werenski with the goal, making it 1-0 USA.
The U.S. has so many active mobile defensemen. You see Quinn Hughes in the play there. Zach Werenski, he's known for his offensive building the offensive zone there, Osh. I like the way he was aggressive jumping in and scoring that goal.
Catherine Tappan caught up with Zach Werenski. Let's hear what he has to say.
Zach, Mike Sullivan wanted you guys to treat this game like an NHL playoff game. How different did that first period feel for your group?
Yeah, it felt really good. I thought we played well. Obviously had some chances that didn't go in. Didn't really give them much. So that's our recipe for success here moving forward.
The chance that did go in was yours, the goal to end that period. How much of a boost can that give you guys in the second period and moving forward in this game?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, when you have a lot of chances, you want to see the puck go in. It's a great play by Austin there at the end of me. Yeah, it just found its way in there. But I think it's good for our group to see that go in and just keep going now.
Zach, appreciate the time. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
All right, Team USA with the shots advantage in the first period. A few missed opportunities we've talked about, but they do have that 1-0 lead. And hats off to Werenski, the very tail end there. How much momentum does that give them heading into this next period?
It's massive. We talk about 2 minutes to start a period or 2 minutes to finish a period. You want to build momentum for your team. That leads you into the locker room. You're feeling good, and that leads you out to the next period. A great goal, big goal by the Americans there out of Werenski.
And it's not often you see Quinn Hughes and Zach Werenski playing on the ice at the same time, so heads up play from Mike Sullivan, put both those guys on the ice.
Absolute nightmare for the other team right there.
What do you think is top of mind getting ready to head into the period? What are they talking about right now?
I think you're really just getting back to where you left off. Obviously, the first 10 minutes, a couple of miscues there. We watched it there, but you're just picking up where you left off. Get the puck deep. Get simple. You have to be simple in that first 2 to 5 minutes to really push the team back again. And then, like I said earlier, the plays open up from there.
And be very disciplined, too. You know, Leon Draisaitl's over there. Timmy Stützle's over there, too. You want to continue to pound Maurice Seider. Mo Seider's leading the Olympics right now in time on ice with the defensemen, or all forwards actually, and defensemen. So make the game tough on him. Every time he touches the puck, put his head up against the glass and force him to beat you up the ice. Eventually, over the course of 3 periods, a player like that will wear down.
Do you think that we're going to see them come out of here in another gear? Because that's what feels like has been happening these past couple games.
I think so, they just have so much offense and so much puck possession time that wears teams down defensively. You'd love to see it be simplified a little bit earlier in games, earlier in the first period. But their second periods and their third periods, they've been scoring a lot of goals.
Well, they better, because I don't know if we could watch the games with Lindsay sitting next to us, because she's like this, emotionally, up and down, up and down.
over there, and he's like, I'm telling you, it's because of what happened at the end of the last game, right? And I think it's true.
But players can't be like that. Players in the locker room, you got to be even keeled.
Oh, come on, that's the most boring
all the
line
players
of
talk
sports.
about. You got to be boring. You got to be boring, and that's
I know.
exactly what players are thinking in the locker room. They're not excited. They're not down. They're not excited. We leave that for the fans to be excited and down, and people like yourself that's so passionate about Team USA.
These two, you can't get too high, you can't get too low. We're just going to be even keel. I'll be excited. All right, coming up, Team Canada concluded the preliminary round against France earlier today. We'll have those highlights when we come back.
And Progressive makes getting claim support so easy.
Joe Lyons is passive progressive.
Wow, they support you, Grandma supports you. You're a lucky guy.
Joe doesn't have progressive and takes it out on those who do.
And Progressive makes it easy to make changes to my policy.
Oh, great. You can add Sarah here.
It's Julie.
Right. Sarah was the one your mom really liked. Hi, Julie.
I'm putting my Progressive savings towards another cruise.
Look how young you were.
Don't be passive progressive.
Look how cute you were.
Get good coverage and savings for yourself.
Before you could talk.
Let's move
Acura, proud partner of Team USA.
This documentary is supposed to show people how great I am.
You were banned for life from the NFL for gambling.
But I only bet on myself. Sort of how like a waitress works for tips.
There is no way that man could ever understand where you come from. He is the whitest. You have got to be kidding me.
Forget the cameras are here.
Does that apply to everybody? Because I've been working on my Jim from The Office look.
No. Don't zoom in.
Reggie Deacon's premiere event, February 23rd on NBC and Peacock.
The NBA's biggest stars compete in the 75th edition of the All-Star Game today, live from Los Angeles on NBC and Peacock. Let's get into some highlights from earlier, shall we? This is Canada-France on the ice. You guys are lucky you are not watching this one with me. Men's hockey here. Second period on the power play. Cale Makar with the score. That makes it 4-1. Canada in the lead. And then penalties. Here you go.
Young fella Macklin Celebrini draws a penalty shot and makes it look so easy, putting that one past Junk in the net.
So 5-1. Second period still. Mark Stone to Sidney Crosby.
It seems like the best players in the world get all the right bounces, right? Sidney Crosby trying to pass it to Marner on the back door. Gets a deflection. Oh, you love to have those.
Just so good. Sidney Crosby with the goal today against France, already an Olympic legend thanks to his game-winning goal in the 2010 gold medal game. He's also become Canada's leader in points at Olympics with NHL players. What a career he has had. All right. So after one period, the United States leading Germany.
Say you're distracted.
Today's game is presented by Xfinity.
Back in Milan, we get set for the second period. The United States leading Germany 1-0. Kenny Albert, Eddie Olczyk, Brian Boucher, Catherine Tappan, huge goal. Zach Werenski in the final minute of the period following a face-off win and then a turnover by Germany.
Yeah, and you can't do that in games that are going to be so tight and as the Olympics go on. We're going to go to the telestrator here, and it's pretty easy to see what ends up happening. The face-off win here by the Germans, and Mo Seider throws his puck up on his backhand, and they have possession. This puck's got to get out if you're Germany, but it's kept in by Zach Werenski. Excellent job by Team USA. Now again, stop it here. Here's Stützle. He's got a chance to take ice and move, but watch the play right there by Matt Boldy. He's going to steal this puck, and then eventually the puck's going to end up in the back of the net. So 2 turnovers by the Germans allow Team USA to score the goal.
Werenski from Matthews at 19:51 of period 1. There's Szymanski into the United States zone. Held up along the boards by McAvoy. Eichel swings the puck around. Played by Draisaitl. Knocked to the ice by Eichel. Puck sticked aside by Hellebuck. The United States win of any kind, and they would clinch the group. They would even clinch with a loss after regulation because they would finish with more points than Germany. 3 points for a regulation win. Here comes Peterka. Penalty will be called here against Team USA.
The Germans will get their first power play of this game.
Number 9, USA. Fighting for a hook.
Eichel charged with the hook. You see Peterka challenging Faber, and the stick gets in on the hands of Peterka. Penalty kill for the United States that has been perfect so far in this tournament.
They're going to get challenged here, Bruce.
Oh yeah, much different with these group of talented players.
Stutzle out for Seider. Now Stutzle with the puck. Back out to Mo Seider. Draisaitl on the ice. Peterka, Szymanski, shot by Stutzle, blocked. Played by Draisaitl. And a good stick there from Vincent Trocheck.
And the top pair of forwards for Mike Sullivan and Team USA. A couple of New York Rangers teamed up. J.T. Miller and Vinny Trocheck.
On the penalty kill, now it's Brock Nelson and Dylan Larkin. Here comes Peterka for Draisaitl. United States, the only team that has not allowed a power play goal here in Milan. Here's Brock Nelson with the United States shorthanded off the glove. Of the goaltender, Franzrev out in front. Franzrev covers.
Oh, what a chance for Dylan Larkin. Beautiful pass by Brock Nelson. Remember that stop by Franzrev. Turnover by Draisaitl. Partial odd man situation. Nelson does the right thing. Good glove save. And now he stays with it. But I love how Larkin stays in front of the net, hoping and waiting that Nelson can find him. And he gets a great chance out in front. Just not able to cash in.
Trocheck and Miller back out as the penalty killing forwards for Team USA, along with Sanderson and McAvoy. Under a minute to go on the penalty. Here comes Stutzle into the United States zone for Szymanski. Now Stutzle in it. Around for Draisaitl. He could not control. Down to 45 seconds on the power play for Germany. Germany wins in regulation. They will clinch top spot of the group. Now it's Peterka. Sanderson. Back for McAvoy. Past Stutzle and down into the Germany zone. 2.5 in, second period. Second power play unit out for the Germans. This is Visman. Visman dropping it back for Cahoon. Dominic Cahoon. Now on the right side for Reeder. Pass was blocked off by Slavin. Now Faber over for Team USA. Reeder plays the puck back around. Off the stick of Slavin. They score! It got behind Franzrev. Crossed the goal line. A power play goal. Austin Matthews, 2-0, United States.
A beautiful entry on the power play. Matthew Tkachuk makes a subtle little play when he gets the puck just inside the blue line. Right here, he gets it, Quinn Hughes. Hughes shoots it to the net, and this puck bounces in off of Austin Matthews. But just a brilliant play all the way around by Tkachuk to find Hughes, and then no hesitation at all. Downhill, shoot the puck, and Team USA gets the power play goal.
I mean, mentioned in the first period, the idea of just funneling pucks and bodies to the net. You're going to get the bounces eventually. You certainly do there. What I liked about the United States was coming up with a huge kill on Germany's first power play. Germany got absolutely nothing. If anything, the United States gathered some momentum from that penalty kill with the chances they had shorthanded, and then the quick work done on the power play. So for the United States, you know, the late goal in the first period, and then what looked like it could have been a momentum-shifting power play for Germany was not. And another big goal for the United States to go up 2-0.
Austin Matthews from Quinn Hughes and Tage Thompson. 3 minutes, 25 seconds into the second period.
That should change because Matthew Tkachuk's the guy that redirected the puck over to Quinn Hughes. Doesn't matter. It's a goal for Team USA. But an excellent entry for Team USA to be able to create that chance off the rush.
Tonight, the first time the United States led after the first period in their 3 games here in Milan. They were tied at 1, had a couple of goals disallowed against Latvia on challenges, trailed 2-1 against Denmark after 20 minutes last night. And they have now extended to a 2-goal lead as Gensel moves the puck back out to the point. McAvoy blocked off by Nicholas. Now Cahoon with a shot. That gets blocked. Gensel sweeps it ahead. Now Dylan Larkin. Matt Boldy moves the puck in deep. Larkin swings it around to Werenski. Childhood buddies. Puck sent up the boards by Sider, Larkin's teammate in Detroit. Now the outlet pass. Toomey. Oh, hit to the ice hard. Here comes Matthew Tkachuk. Spinning with it. Back for Eichel. Puck deflects out of play.
That was Brady Tkachuk with a massive hit.
What a hit here on Toomey by Brady Tkachuk. I mean, absolutely levels him. And then Germany, I think they were close to getting too many men on the ice. Fabio Wagner, he ended up jumping in between the benches in my spot. When he tried to get back to the bench, he was struggling to get over to his spot. And I told him he's more than welcome to come sit with me if he wants, but certainly scrambling after that hit and that exchange by the bench.
There's definitely enough room for him.
Oh, yeah.
Parker Toomey, who took that hit, played collegiately at Minnesota State, Mankato. A couple of years with Sioux Falls in the U.S. Hockey League. This is Kabla for Germany. Up the boards and out. Puck gathered in by Faber and then across to Hannafin. United States with goals from Werenski and Matthews, leading Germany 2-0. Looking to finish 3-0 here in Milan. That shot missed the net. Off the stick of Brock Nelson, kept alive by Werenski. Shot by Sanderson, deflects out of play. 5.5 in, second period.
Well, how about the Tkachuks once again? I mean, you talk about a pair of guys that can drag everybody into the fight. Physical right off the start. And Mike Sullivan made mention he wanted this to feel like a playoff game for this team. And who better than Matthew and Brady to do the talking and do the walking as well. They've been around that blue paint all game long, and continue with this latest hit by Brady Tkachuk on Toomey there. Great stuff by the Tkachuks.
Scramble for the puck in the crease. And the play whistle dead.
How did that not go in? From my angle, I could see the puck sitting underneath the pad of Franzrev. And how he does not put this in, he had no idea where this puck was. It was sitting right in the blue paint, and it looked like as he was kind of scrambling to get back to find it, I don't know how he doesn't push it into the net. Face-off win for the United States. Puck to the net. Look at it sitting there. He's so fortunate that he did not, with that left leg, as he spins down, knock it into the net.
As a goalie, Bruce, what's going through your mind in a situation like that?
I mean, the heart rate goes up. You have no idea where the puck is, and you just hope. He feels it when it goes underneath his pad, but he's just hoping that he didn't knock it in.
There comes Reichel, and Sanderson able to knock the puck off his stick, but a penalty will be assessed.
I think it's going to be on Werenski.
It's a slash. Germany to the power play. Mike Sullivan's squad, the United States with a 2-0 lead following the power play goal scored by Austin Matthews.
I've called the paramedics.
Oh, Liam got home safe.
Well, and you won't believe it. You remembered his trumpet.
Oh, God. I forgot to let the dog.
It's okay. Liam's walking him right now.
Such a relief.
You got kids?
Family-proof your family with Life 360.
This is Connor. And this is the moment he realized he should have brought his visa. Because no one is more accepted. The only card accepted at the Winter Games.
When you dare to combine sweet and tart, you get a Sweet Tarts rope that's so sweet, you'll pucker. Sweet Tarts, dare to combine.
Back in Milan, 2-0 lead for the United States. Second power play coming up for Germany. Zach Werenski in the box for slashing.
Referee Wes McCauley talking about the slash right there by Zach Werenski. The one-handed desperation. I think the right call made, and we'll see if there's any adjustments here by the Germans on their last penalty kill. Bush made mention. The U.S. got some momentum off of it. There was nothing going on, and they scored on their power play right after.
Here's Trocheck crisscrossing with Boldy with the United States shorthanded. Trocheck backhand shot, stick aside by Franzrev, and the puck is over the glass.
Good hard play by Faber on the wall off the faceoff to knock Stützle off the puck. And Trocheck able to go the length of the ice for a good opportunity shorthanded.
5 NHL players on the ice for Germany. Draisaitl and Trocheck on the draw. Germany controls. This is Seider. Dropping it back for Stützle. Tim Stützle into the United States zone. Peterka directed back out to Draisaitl, and now Seider. Over to Szymanski. Back to Mo Seider. Seider's shot, that's glove. Hellebuck hangs on.
Take that shot all day long, Bush, right? Nobody in front of the net. Sider letting it go.
Oh, yeah. Easy save there for Hellebuck. Draisaitl having a heck of a year once again. One of the scarier power plays in Edmonton, paired up with Connor McDavid. Really nothing doing so far for Germany's power play.
How about Szymanski on the ice here, number 44. He's played in 5 games for Edmonton this season. And he gets an opportunity with Draisaitl on the power play here at the Winter Olympics. Puck just out of the reach of Peterka. It is cleared by Sanderson. Now Sider. Here's Stützle. 1 minute remaining on the power play for Germany. Draisaitl for Peterka. In with a shot, and that's handled by Hellebuck.
Oh, a nice entry here by the Germans. And J.J. Peterka gets an opportunity. Having himself a heck of a season in Salt Lake City with the Utah Mammoth. It's a quality chance, and thought he maybe could have taken a little bit more ice.
This first power play unit remains out for Germany. Draisaitl wins the draw. Sider across. Stützle stopped by Hellebuck, and Trocheck lifts the puck down ice.
That was a good save there by Hellebuck because that shot was back against the grain. A good right pad save there by Hellebuck.
Here's Stützle back across. Now Szymanski. The return for Stützle. Sends the puck around for Draisaitl. Draisaitl watched by Slavin. Out to Sider. No Sider. The return. Leon Draisaitl, the Germany captain. Draisaitl shoots at the flex wide.
Slavin with the block.
Now Draisaitl once again. Draisaitl back across. Sider fires. And it deflects over the glass.
Well, this is how dangerous this power play can be and can look. They've got it going on right now. Draisaitl walked off the wall, took the shot, and a good shot block by Jacob Slavin. And then there you see Mo Sider one-time this puck back, and
he got a
just off the leather of Connor Hellebuck.
Wow. Again, that's another shot there that went against the grain, Edzo, and good job by Hellebuck to fight that off. You don't have to catch all of them. As long as you get a piece of it, you're in good shape. Hellebuck looks sharp here tonight.
First unit remains out for Germany. A couple of players started to come off the bench, and then they
not happening.
Stay right here. Shot by Stützle. Stick to side by Hellebuck. Hanifin plays the puck off the stick of Stützle with the penalty time winding down. Sider finally heads off. Draisaitl has been out for over 2 minutes. United States back at full strength. Puck taken away by Larkin. Outward pass. Moving in is Gensel, and he's stopped by Frantrep.
Trying to go 5-hole. Right between the goaltender's legs. Not able to cash in.
United States killing off the second Germany power play. Maintaining a 2-0 lead. United States win of any kind or a loss in overtime or a shootout, and they clinch their group and a bye into the quarterfinal round. Win by Germany in regulation, and they would finish at the top spot in Group C. Shots are 23-14 in favor of Team USA. Goals from Werenski and Matthews. Here is Boldy. Tried to slide the puck across. Now Visman over for Germany. Puck kept alive by Werenski. Now Gensel with it. Back out to Werenski. Here's Quinn Hughes, carries in behind the net. Off the stick of Matthews. And Quinn Hughes takes it away from Cahoon. Now Germany clears.
Germans got to really clean up their puck management in their own zone. Turn the puck over at least 3 different times on that last shift. Americans not able to take advantage.
Now Brady Tkachuk drifts the puck around. Comes to Quinn Hughes at the left point. Now Werenski with it. Brady Tkachuk. Over to Jack Eichel. Eichel, stick handling. Puck deflected out of the zone off Tobias Reeder. Quinn Hughes with it for the United States. Brady Tkachuk was held up along the wall by Mueller.
He almost kickstand right into the sideboards right in front of Boucher. It looked like it was going to be a major collision and then head first into the boards.
Shot by Eel. That was blocked by Clayton Keller. And now a save by Hellebuck on Seider. Puck is sent down into the Germany end by Tage Thompson. Seider back to retrieve. Now Draisaitl back on the ice for Germany. Around Thompson with speed. Leon Draisaitl of the Edmonton Oilers. Puck sent towards the net by Tiffels. Now Draisaitl moves it back up the boards onto the stick of Seider. Fires the puck around. Past Faulkner. And now Germany must reset. Tiffels. Now Draisaitl. Szymanski. Couldn't get it through to Draisaitl.
Szymanski's got to get a little selfish out here. Every time he gets the puck in the offensive zone, and rightfully so, you should be looking for your captain. But I think there's been ice for Szymanski to take advantage. I think he could be a threat offensively if he gets a little selfish in the offensive zone.
Offside as Tiffels had some trouble controlling the puck. 8:50 on the clock, second period, 2-0 United States lead. Bush.
Yeah, in that first period, guys, I thought the United States really stuck with the game plan. The idea in the first period, early on in games, of course you want to jump out to early leads. That certainly helps. But I think the idea of investing in your game plan and playing below the dots and being relentless on the forecheck, these are ways that you can kind of wear down the opposition. And I thought in that opening 20, the United States did just that. I thought they were winning pucks back and really forced the Germans to have to defend quite a bit. And I know they didn't get the result for much of that period. They do end up getting the late goal, but you really got to admire the way they invested in that opening 20. And now in this second period, a little less of that play in the offensive zone, obviously because I think the Germans have had 2 power plays, allowed their game to get going, but you got to like the patience that the United States showed in that opening 20.
A late goal in the first period in the final 10 seconds scored by Werenski. And then Matthews on the power play early in the second. His second power play goal in this tournament.
I like the second one here better than the first. As Austin Matthews going to the hard areas, hanging around, because when you go to the front of the net, more times than not, you're going to draw some attention, and then it's going to make life miserable for the goaltender. More bodies that are in front, tougher for the goaltender to see, and they don't ask how. They just ask how many, and that one bounces in off of Austin Matthews, and he'll take it, as he is such an important part of Team USA.
Over the last 5 years, Austin Matthews has led the NHL in goal scoring 3 times, winning the Rocket Richard Trophy. Leon Draisaitl also a member of that club. Puck carried across by Sanderson. Boldy let it go through. Puck sent down into the United States end. No icing. Retrieved by Sanderson. Third game of the preliminary round. Here comes Sanderson. Sanderson, cross-ice pass. Boldy waits, shoots. Just wide on the deflection. Now Matthews tried to feed the point. Nobody there. Quinn Hughes back on the puck for Team USA.
Sanderson went for a change. That's why there was nobody there.
Puck deflected along by Gensel. Knocked down by Quinn Hughes along the wall. Cahoon over for Germany. Gawanka shoots in.
Snapped his stick in half. He wasn't able to get it in deep.
Puck pinned and sent back down by Michaelis. Here's Reeder dropping it back. Good stick from Jack Hughes. Tried to get it through to JT Miller. Now Quinn Hughes for Miller. Brock Nelson for Jack Hughes. Hughes surveys. Now Hughes shoots and a pad save by Frontrep. Puck comes to Faber. Back out to Jack Hughes. Cross to his brother Quinn. Quinn Hughes with an assist in this game. Now Faber. Here is Jack Hughes. Hughes in behind the net. Back out to Quinn Hughes once again. Saved by Franzreff. Long shift in the Germany zone with the Hughes brothers buzzing. And finally Seider finds Nico Sturm. Sturm looks to cut to the middle, taken to the ice. Quinn Hughes stayed with him.
He tried to sell the call there. Once he got inside, he left his feet awfully easy and right in front of referee Wes McCauley, and right non-call.
Teammates in Minnesota, Quinn Hughes and Nico Sturm. Catherine.
Well, earlier Boosh was talking about Brady Tkachuk being the spark plug for this team, and he was against Denmark, scoring in the second period to get his team out of that slow slump. Mike Sullivan told us tonight before the game his energy is contagious. He plays hard. He's the ultimate competitor. And he said the one thing that isn't talked about enough about both Brady and Matthew Tkachuk is their intelligence. He said they are smart players. They have the skill. They have the physical ability to make those plays, but it's the intelligence that's overlooked. And before the tournament, he called them the heartbeat of Team USA, and Brady is certainly living up to that tonight, guys.
Thanks, Catherine. Brady and his brother Matthew representing the United States. Dad Keith, a four-time Olympian. Brady Tkachuk with that opportunity. And now Draisaitl had it taken away by Tkachuk. Mueller with it for Germany. Pass too far for Draisaitl. Picked up by Jacob Slavin. 2-0 lead for the United States. And now they have iced the puck down to 5:48 remaining in period two.
I would go a step further on what KT said about Brady Tkachuk and Matthew with their intelligence. And so I feel like they know how to read the room. They know when their team needs to get engaged. They understand when they have to start mixing it up. They understand when they have to pull back. To me, I don't know that there's a lot of players that understand those moments in a game when those situations warrant getting in there. And I think that's something they deserve a lot of credit for, too.
Germany controls off the face-off win. Now Hannafin for the United States. Puck kept alive by Reichel. Paterka chasing. Beaten to the puck by Slavin. 2-0 lead for Team USA. Kenny Albert, Eddie Olczyk, Brian Boucher, Catherine Tappan. United States hoping for the bye into the quarterfinal round. 8 of the 12 teams in this tournament must play on Tuesday in the playoff round. And then the 4 winners will advance. Here's Tage Thompson with a shot, and that was blocked by Mueller. Puck comes around to Reichel. 3-on-2 for Germany. Reichel for Stützle. Defended by Sanderson.
Stützle tried to make a pass there instead of shooting it.
And now a save by Hellebuck on Kabla. Late second period, United States leading by 2.
Is on the way. Even if the way is covered with boulders. Even if the nearest hospital is 45 miles away. Even if the stakes couldn't be higher. No matter where. No matter when. No matter how far or how bad it is out there. Help is on the way.
Coming up, our intermission report brought to you by Intuit TurboTax, a special anniversary for our colleague TJ Oshie. It was 12 years ago today in Sochi, 4 for 6 in the shootout in the win for the United States over Russia, beating Sergei Bobrovsky. He earned the nickname TJ Sochi.
Legendary stuff. And yes, he did, Kenny.
Following the first 5 shooters for each team, if it is still tied, then you can keep using the same player if you want to.
You could use the TJ Sochi rotation if you want.
That's right. Saved by Franzred on Austin Matthews. Here comes Draisaitl. Offside is the call. Soccer star Christian Pulisic checking out the action here tonight. As Mike Sullivan's squad has a 2-0 lead over Germany. Goals from Zach Werenski and Austin Matthews. Shots 26-15 in favor of Team USA. Now Mueller back to play the puck for Germany. Quinn Hughes with it. Now Matthews scored the second United States goal. Boldy with a shot sticked aside by Franzred. Boldy fires the puck around. Comes out to the point for Quinn Hughes. Now Gensel had that one blocked off the stick of Michaelis.
Almost too many men on the ice there for Team USA. Thought Quinn Hughes was going to join you, Bush, again.
Sider battling for the puck, along with Brock Nelson. Nelson on the ice with Jake Gensel and Jack Hughes. The puck is out of play.
Well, Team USA has played the third game on each day here at Hockey One, and when it gets a little bit late in periods and as the game goes on, the ice gets a little rough, it gets a little chippy, gets a little bouncy. What happened at any rink back home in the States. So you have to be aware to make sure that you're making good hard plays, especially at the blue line, your own blue line, and the offensive blue line. So more straight ahead hockey as the periods go on and the game goes on for either side.
Now JT Miller controls for the United States. Out to Werenski. There have been 3 games a day here at Santa Julia, 1 across town at Rowe Ice Hockey Arena. Just after 10:30 in the evening here in Milan. United States team got back to the village about 1:15 in the morning local time last night, following the win over Denmark. Here's Faber as the United States goes for a change, leading Germany 2-0. Jack Eichel. Now Brady Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk works it back out. Shot by Faber. Score! Franzred looked to grab it with the glove, and it gets behind him. Brock Faber gives the United States a 3-0 lead.
Well, KT told that story about the Tkachuk brothers, and Matthew Tkachuk makes this play, and we got a lot of young hockey players that are watching. Before he gets to this puck along the wall, he takes a quick look to get the puck back to the point. Now, that certainly looked like Jack Eichel touched that puck up above the height of the crossbar, and this puck ends up into the back of the net. But Matthew Tkachuk made a brilliant play along the wall to know what he was going to do before he got the puck, and that created a chance for Faber. It looked like he touched it, did it not, Bush?
It did.
Eichel?
It did. That's one where Eichel just has to deny touching it, saying, no, it's Faber's goal.
Wow.
I mean, although the contact may have been simultaneous with the glove, so hard to tell if Eichel did get a stick on it if it was more just the stick hitting the glove.
Yeah, he's probably telling the official that's Faber's goal. That's Faber's goal.
Absolutely.
Whoa. It's a little slippery there.
Both brothers, Brady and Matthew Tkachuk, with assists on the Faber goal.
Matthew Tkachuk should have 2 assists. He made the play, Kenny, back to Hughes on the Matthews power play goal.
Chance of USA from the crowd here in Milan. Under 2 to play in the period. 3-0 United States. 2 goals from defensemen, Werenski and Faber. Now Stützle for Germany. Here's Tiffels. Dropping it back for Stützle. Stützle knocked off the puck by Boldy, who kicks it along for Brady Tkachuk. Now Jack Eichel. Matt Boldy with a shot, and that was blocked. Tiffels getting in front of it. United States in control, leading by 3. Here's Matthews, who scored the second goal. Now Gensel carries across. Gensel takes the return pass. Unable to tee up a shot. He was in a bit too deep. Hanifin with it. Now Werenski. Gensel for Boldy. Final minute of the period. Shot misses the net from Hanifin. Sent back around by Gensel for Boldy. Gensel pinned along the boards. Matthews comes in. Now Boldy. Knocked to the ice by Seider. Austin Matthews took it away from Draisaitl. Puck is covered by Frantreb, down to 35 seconds.
I want to go back to the goal. Here's Matthew Tkachuk, and I just want everybody to watch what he does. The puck is over on this side here, but watch him. He'll just take a quick little look. What are my options? And this is the IQ that head coach Mike Sullivan was talking about in that KT report. See him look at Faber. Okay, if I get it, there's nobody there. It's going one place, and that makes the whole play.
Brock Faber playing in his second Olympic Games. Faber and Sanderson, the 2 players on this United States roster who represented their country as collegians in Beijing when the NHL did not go. Reichel in on the forecheck as Quinn Hughes plays the puck out of the zone. Down to 20 seconds. Laid offside. Werenski with 10. Just 28-15. Team USA 13-7. Here in the second period, the United States will take a 3-0 lead into the locker room after 40 minutes. Connor Hellebuck outstanding. There's Faber. He scored the 3rd goal. Brady Tkachuk, a force, as usual. Austin Matthews on the power play made it 2-0. And then Faber late in the second period.
Taxes was so taxing.
Now taxes is so free. Triple tax, free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form, 1040 returns only. How this is taxes, file for free and get the most money back. Guaranteed.
Another day. Same pain, same meds, same struggling for symptom relief. Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough, Rinvoq works differently. It's a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. Even after 3 years, many people felt this relief. In PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin noticeably clearer.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Do something different. Ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
Next on course for the slalom is number 92.
Doubt should never hold you back.
Look at Michaela attack that run.
With Xfinity Mobile, you've got reliable, Wi-Fi boosted mobile behind you, right when it matters most. And now, cut your mobile bill in half when you switch to Xfinity Mobile.
At Honda, we believe in the power of dreams. What else turns teams into legends? Persistence into podiums, and sweat into gold. Because once you have a dream, there's no telling how far you can go. That's why Honda is proudly supporting Team USA's Olympic and Paralympic teams.
Today's intermission report is brought to you by Intuit TurboTax.
Austin Matthews, the captain from Scottsdale, Arizona, playing for the Toronto Maple Leafs. His goal here for Team USA puts the United States up 2-0 on Germany. They now lead 3-0. And with that, we say welcome into our Olympic studios. I'm Lindsay Zarniak with TJ Oshie and Anson Carter. So 11 different scores now for Team USA. Walk me through Austin Matthews, because it looks like he's turned up the heat a little bit. Is that what you're thinking?
Certainly, absolutely. For the Team USA to win an Olympic gold medal, Austin Matthews has to be his best. Now, we're going to flash back to Four Nations, the first time in a long time NHL won best on best. I thought Big Papi, as they call him, he was good, but I don't think he was great. Now, he had a scoring chance late in that hockey game when Binnington made the save. He's one of the best goal scorers in the world, not to say even Team USA, in the world. And defensively, he's one of the top defensive forwards, too. He loses Connor McDavid in that play, the gold medal winning goal for Team Canada. But in this tournament here, Osh, I love the way he's getting involved. He's aggressive. He's stepping outside his comfort zone. This is something that we've never seen a lot of from Austin Matthews in the National Hockey League. We know he can pass the puck. We know he's got great hands. But as a captain of this team, getting involved physically is everything. And then getting to the blue area. You heard the guys during the broadcast talk about Austin Matthews getting inside the dots, getting the blue area. That's a part of his game that we don't see enough of, but I love it because that's winning hockey.
Where is it coming from then? Is it?
It's about being a leader. You got to lead by example. You can't play on the outside.
Yeah, and what I love about that power play goal is how it got to Austin Matthews in front of the net. You see Jack Eichel and Austin Matthews drive them back. They go across the ice, change sides from Thompson to Matthew Tkachuk, a nice pass, and then that gets to the net and leads to the goal. But it's the entry and everyone being on the same page of pushing them back, moving it side to side, getting a simple shot from the top, and then that big body, their captain, Austin Matthews, putting it in the back of the net.
It's all about setting the tone and doing it by example. And you're asked that question, where's it coming from? Well, you look at winning hockey, you can't play on the outside. You got to play on the inside. And Osh is one of the best players in the National Hockey League when he won a Stanley Cup championship with the Washington Capitals by being inside the dots and being gritty, and your teammates follow your lead.
And the problem is that's hard. It's hard to do. It's hard to do consistently. Maybe when you're feeling great, because it takes a lot of effort. You're going to get punished. You're going to get in cross-checking matches, and you got to be okay with that. You actually have to love it. Like, I love that.
He's a psycho.
Like, right, when I wake up in the morning, I can barely walk because of the cross-check in the low back or in the back, it's slashing my calf, or you break a foot blocking a shot. Like, you love that because you're doing that for your teammates, and I think your teammates love that as well, and that brings them on board.
You're a little bit off.
I know. That's okay.
So that's what we're taking from it.
I feel like blocking a shot right now. Someone get a puck.
I really appreciate that look into your personality. All right, we've got to take a break for a moment. Coming up, we're going to hear from Austin Matthews, Team USA leading right now after 2 periods in Milan. More to come after this.
They say you're distracted. that you can't sit still, that if it doesn't hook you in 8 seconds, you're gone. Funny, because when I start playing on screen, you show up. And that's the part people forget. Without you, there would be no me. There would be nothing to see. Fandango. We love fans.
What did I miss?
Tickets, streaming, fan club.
What are you willing to do to be a Rainmaker?
USA's The Rainmaker is a hit.
Yes, come on.
This is my case.
That hospital killed my boy. I don't want your damn money. See you in court.
Is that all you got?
I'm gonna need some popcorn.
Catch up now before season 2 premieres.
That's the smartest thing you've said yet.
The Rainmaker, season 2 coming this year to USA.
Attention WWE Universe.
Hey, listen up.
Friday Night SmackDown is coming to Sci-Fi.
You gotta tell them when, Miz.
February.
Yeah, but which day specifically?
Would you just let me finish? Friday Night SmackDown is coming to Sci-Fi, February 20th.
That's February 20th on Sci-Fi.
Just said.
Should have said it on.
Friday Night SmackDown, live February 20th at 8 on Sci-Fi.
There are no easy paths, no guarantees. The best of the PGA Tour go for gold.
It's really hard to put into words how special it is to win this tournament. It's the best experience for a player.
March is going to be major. The Players' Championship begins live March 12th on Golf Channel.
The WNBA is coming to USA. She's back, baby! This season, USA Network is here to up the game with the fiercest matchups and the biggest stars.
Pulls from deep, does she get it? Yes, ma'am!
WNBA's new home is...
Welcome back. Today's second period highlights brought to you by Intuit TurboTax. 1-0 United States here. The power play goal by Team USA's Austin Matthews.
And this is a great entry like we mentioned before. And then a simple shot from the point. The power play breaks down to 2 meetings, the entry and then the end zone. This is a great entry by them. Your first opportunity to get a shot on net and score a goal is on the entry. Don't wait for the setup if you can get it to the net and put it in the back of the net.
So Matthews getting in on the action. 2-0 United States, same score, and it's Brock Faber.
Keeping the game simple. Throw the puck towards the net, get a little bit of traffic. You see Jack Eichel in the flyby screen there, taking away the goalie's eyes, and Faber gets a nice goal.
Here's Austin Matthews with Catherine Tappan.
Austin, it seems like you guys are playing with a different tempo tonight. Is that the goal and the message to this group to keep taking steps forward in a short tournament like this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the only thing you can do. I mean, these games come quick, and obviously, we didn't love our effort the first half of the game last night, so we wanted to make sure we come out and had a good start, and I thought we did that and just continue to build momentum.
You have a goal and assist in this game, but your line seems to be really buzzing. Jake Gensel, Matt Boldy, you guys are all over the ice. How much does the chemistry and between the three of you grow with each game?
Yeah, it just continues to get better. I mean, the more repetitions you get with each other, the more comfortable you feel out there, the more, you kind of know where each other wants to be at all times. So, I think the most important part is just the work ethic, staying on top of the puck, creating turnovers, and transitioning the other way.
Appreciate the time, Austin. Good luck in the third.
Thank you.
All right, so Team USA leads after 2 periods. Here's a look at the stats. And what does that mean in terms of the chemistry at this point?
Yeah, well, they're building it, right? You only have this short window. 2 weeks ago, they're trying to kill each other on the ice. And so you love to see that chemistry building throughout that line and throughout the entire USA lineup.
All right, well, coming up, we got a special anniversary for one of our guys in studio. We're not going to tell you who it is, but we got a fun throwback. When we come back, look at him go.
TJ Sochi.
Look how young you are. I mean, you look young now.
Back?
Sorry.
Can I go back?
Taxes was so taxing.
Now taxes is so free. TurboTax, free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple
our nation's best are giving their blood, sweat, and tears in Milan, we'll be sweating right along with them. Michelob Ultra Zero. Superior is brewed here.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With rapid remission at 12 weeks and fewer bowel movements and less abdominal pain at 4 weeks. Most patients achieve remission at 1 year, and some patients saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Let the game begin.
The bottom of the 8th. Oshie and Bobrovsky duel again. Score! Team USA wins! Between Jonathan Quick and TJ Oshie, in extra time it gets sealed up.
Doc, this game was definitely tremendously tremendous.
I mean, does that give you goosebumps? We have a huge anniversary here because on this day in 2014, TJ Oshie scored 4 goals on 6 shootout attempts to lift Team USA over Russia. He went 5 straight times, right?
Yeah, it was, I went first, and then I had a couple teammates go after me, Pavelski and JVR, and then, I did the last 5. I mean, what a great experience. I had the time of my life out there. There's
really?
No place in the world I'm more comfortable and more at ease and more at peace than in a shootout. So that was a dream come true for me.
And during a shootout, I don't care all the notes you want in the world. You throw the notes out the window, okay? It's you against the goaltender. Oh, show them what you got. I'm putting the puck right there.
Let me get out of the way.
Lindsay, back up a little bit. You got a netminder right there. Take the viewers at home. What's going through your mind? That is your Sergei Bobrovsky.
He can actually shoot it, right? He's asking the crew.
All right.
You're not going to shoot it. You're not going to shoot it. I'm not going to shoot it. But I'm going to see you dangle, though.
I'm coming in. All right, so I'm coming in this way. I get to the middle, and then right here there's like a little, I don't know, like a little little wiggle or something. I don't know what it's called, but that's kind of where you freeze them. And if there's any kids watching home, I'll let you know what I'm looking for. So there's goaltender. He's going like this. He's watching you, and all I'm trying to do is get him to go like this for a split second, and then from there, I mean, you get to have fun from there. You can do whatever you want, because once you go down, and you saw in the shootout where I always go 5-hole, they go down, and then they're kind of starting to come up, and you can't go down while you're coming up.
So show us, kind of like take a couple steps in and show us exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I'm coming here. I'll go back to the middle. That kind of starts at the hash mark area. I'll come here, and then I'm throwing a 5-hole, or you fake backhand, forehand. I'm getting excited here. So
I love it.
Hold on. So this is an interactive intermission. Yeah. So Linz, I know you're a golfer.
Yeah.
Probably shoot right as well too. So DP, can you get a stick for Lindsay?
Yes, let's go.
You give me a stick.
You got a demo. You got the demo right there.
Wait,
now you can't shoot it. You're going against the goaltender.
But
you're
I can't really shoot it.
You're going to be
TJ
Sochi. So let's see you dangle. Let's go back and forth.
You got to get the little wiggle at the end.
There you go. Oh,
yeah.
Great stick, Kelly.
That's weird.
That's a little more lower body than I do. But
all right,
that was awesome.
Hold up. Like, what did it feel like the moment that you shot it and then you guys win the game? Like, what is that like?
I think the first thing that I thought was, and where I wanted to get, was to the other end of the ice, because even though I shot 6 times, Jonathan Quick went every time. And so it was almost like a 2-man team. And the way it happens after you score in a shootout or an overtime, usually whoever's closest to you on the bench goes to the goal scorers, whoever on the backside of the bench goes to the goaltender. So there's no way we could get to each other. And so that's why you see the point there. I'm pointing to Jonathan Quick at the other end of the ice, and he points back at me, just saying, like, we did it. Love you, brother. That's a W.
That's awesome.
That just gave me chills.
You know what's awesome, too?
Right.
Lindsay, watching you stick handle, too. That was great.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm not that good at golf. All right. Here's another look at TJ. Look at this. Osh, I mean, I love that you said that's your favorite place, So cool.
From where you start
You can't see the top. You just begin to climb. Past doubt's freezing grasp. Every promise kept. And everything it cost. You climb. And still, you climb. Until eventually, you realize there is no top. There's just the choice to rise.
AI is not going to run 5 miles before dawn. Or squat 400. It can't feel torn ligaments or broken bones. But it can help find a few extra inches of vert or a tweak to stance that sticks the landing. AI will never be told it's the best in the world, but it can help the humans who are. Find your edge with AI from Google Cloud.
Today's game is presented by Xfinity.
Welcome back to Santa Giulia Arena in Milan, Italy. United States with a 3-0 lead as we get set for the third period. Kenny Albert, Eddie Olczyk, Brian Boucher, and Catherine Tappan. 2 goals for Team USA in the second. Now they look to close things out.
Yeah, they want to stay with it, Kenny. Keep the puck going ahead. I talked about the blue lines in that second period. Make sure it's getting out at your blue line, in at their blue line, and force the Germans to come 200 feet.
Goals for Werenski, Matthews, and Faber. Eddie, they finally changed that assist to Matthew Tkachuk on the Austin Matthews goal, as you thought they would. So Matthew Tkachuk with 2 assists in the game. As we begin the third, United States out shooting Germany 28-15. Puck deflected in by Brady Tkachuk. Wagner back on it for Germany. Now Quinn Hughes steps up. Redirect just wide by Jack Eichel. Matthew Tkachuk back out for Charlie McAvoy. Blocked off in front by Mo Seider. Leon Draisaitl. Pass picked off by McAvoy.
Oh, big hit there.
By Wagner on McAvoy. Getzel over to play the puck. And now it's Cahoon for Germany. What has impressed you about the U.S. over these first 40 minutes?
Well, I think it was just right off the bat. It's just get the puck in deep, grind away. Booth talked about it a little bit earlier in that middle part of the first period.
Here comes Stützle, 2-on-1 with Peterka. Stützle in with a shot with Slavin defending.
I think you got to stick on it, Kenny. Excellent play there by Jacob Slavin.
That was one of the best sticks defensively in the National Hockey League. Now Slavin with the puck into the Germany zone. Mueller is on it there.
A lot of these players are playing banged up. It's not promoted. It's not talked about. They just go out there and do their job, not looking for any sympathy. Slavin is one of those guys.
Here's Peterka from a tough angle. Puck controlled by Larkin. And now Dylan Larkin carries it into the Germany zone. Here is Keller shooting. Missed the net short side. Werenski for the United States. Puck hit his own man, Tage Thompson. Now Sanderson steps up. Sanderson winds it around. Larkin trying to set up Keller. Back out it comes for Thompson. Score! Tage Thompson, 4-0, Team USA.
What a one-timer this is by Tage Thompson. One of the better shots in the National Hockey League, and it's a shot from distance, yet still able to get plenty on it. Good work by the United States to control the puck in the offensive zone. Larkin able to find Thompson from far out, and it looks like he's kind of falling back, and as he's falling back, still able to get a lot on it. That was a bullet by Thompson, and Frandrup not able to pick it up.
Play by Jake Sanderson to get the puck down low, straight ahead. Larkin down there to support. Keller was in front of the net. He tried to get the puck to Keller, that being Larkin initially. That got denied. And then give Thompson credit. He got into that high slot area and became an option for Larkin. And
shot from long range from Gawanka is covered up by Hellebuck.
Americans get their 4th goal of the game, the 2nd of the tournament for Tage Thompson, the other one on the power play. Such an important part for Team USA. And as Mike Sullivan told us, that man right there, not only because of his skill level and his talent level, but one of the big reasons that he made the Olympics for Team USA is that he is right-handed. And especially on the power play, the options that they have, and he has come up large so far here in Milan.
30 goals for the Buffalo Sabres this season, and now 2 in Milan for Team USA. They now lead 4-0. Looking to clinch a bye into the quarterfinal round as the winner in Group C. Quinn Hughes back around. Now Jake Gensel. 3 minutes in, 3rd period. Here's Austin Matthews. Has a goal tonight. Backhands the puck in around Leon Draisaitl. Bo Seider with it for Germany. Here's Dominic Cahoon. Draisaitl stripped by Matthews. This Germany squad with 7 current NHL players led by Draisaitl. Stützle, Seider, young stars in the NHL. Puck deflected away from Draisaitl. Cleared ahead by Faber. Brady Tkachuk looking to force the puck out. Now it's Jacob Slavin. Hemmed in by Tiffles. Brady Tkachuk clears. He hits the ice. And now it's Fistman back into the United States zone. Brady Tkachuk now through the neutral zone. Net by Cahoon. Couldn't get it deep. Final game of the preliminary round.
Somebody barking at Brady Tkachuk from that German bench.
The Tkachuk's not fun to play against. Nor was their dad.
One of the legends of USA hockey, and I got a chance to play with him. And when he first came to the National Hockey League,
you gave him the nickname, right?
Sure did.
Keith Tkachuk, nicknamed Big Walt. Walter Tkachuk was an NHL player back in the 70s and 80s. Different spelling, no relation.
No relation, Kenny.
But Bruce, as you know, Eddie loves tagging those nicknames on folks.
Sits at home and thinks about it.
A lot of free time.
Here's Quinn Hughes towards the net through the crease.
Loves that stuff.
Oh, he does. That mind's always working 24/7. Puck control by Stützle. Now JT Miller over for the United States. Puck knocked down by Peterka. Set ahead by McAvoy for Quinn Hughes.
Peterka had Ryder out in front of the net, just couldn't get it to him. He was all by himself. Oh, hit there, Seider.
Seider on Brock Nelson. Jack Hughes with a shot. Puck played at center by Werenski. Scored that huge goal with 9 seconds remaining in the first period to give the United States the lead.
After 2 failed clears by the Germans.
Matthews and Faber in the second. Thompson here in the third.
Boldy did a good job of staying with Draisaitl on that breakout for the Germans.
Got by Fistman, blocked by Werenski, sent back around by Tiffles. Draisaitl with the puck. Pushed to the boards and ice by Faber. Or excuse me, by Boldy. And now it's Austin Matthews with Boldy. Here's Boldy. Back out Werenski. The return for Boldy. Werenski stopped by Franchrev. On the give and go.
Is that any good?
Now Draisaitl, Tiffles had to take it away by Werenski. And now a 3-on-2 for the United States. Gensel, now Matthews. The return for Gensel. Draisaitl unable to clear. Here's Hannafin for Sanderson. Score! It is 5-0. United States. Sanderson the shot. Matthews cutting to the net. And Austin Matthews leads the celebration line.
Well, you heard the great interview that KT did with Austin Matthews in between periods, and he talked about yesterday's game against Denmark, where the first half of the game they were not connected, and they needed to come out here in a big way. And Matthews, think about his 2 goals here tonight, Bush. Right standing near the blue paint, and this one actually in the blue paint.
I said it earlier in the game, right? I mean, just getting bodies and funneling pucks there. Good things are bound to happen. That line, and to me, the Matthews line with Gensel and Boldy, their best game so far in this tournament. Boldy, 7 shots coming into this period. I mean, they have been dominant, and good to see them get rewarded for their good play here in this 3rd game against Germany.
3rd point for Matthews, 2 goals and an assist. Sanderson and Hannafin pick up the assists. Sanderson with a pair here in the 3rd period. So the United States now leading 5-0 as Brady Tkachuk comes together after the whistle with Moritz Müller.
Muller's been taking a run. He took a run at Matthew Tkachuk right before this, and Brady Tkachuk there at the end. So keep an eye on that battle as this last 12:40 on the clock expires. Well, we talked about Brady, and now we're going to talk about Matthew. The first goal there by Austin Matthews on a power play. Watch the pass right here by Matthew Tkachuk. Knowing where the open ice is, gets it to Quinn Hughes, and then the redirect by Matthews into the back of the net, and then the goal by Brock Faber. The headiness, the IQ, knowing what you're going to do before the puck. Not pretty, but certainly a lot of hockey IQ and smarts, knowing what you're going to do with the puck before you get it. Let's take a listen to the younger Tkachuk. Here's Brady.
Hey, reload. He didn't want it. Yeah. Big goal. Big goal. Hey, way to eat that. That's it, Campo. Come on, boys. Keep going. On our toes. On our toes. Wes will give us another call. Hey, stick. I'll take this one. I want the... Hey! Papi, Felicity, hey!
I think he took Matt Boldy's stick there, and you want to give him a little credit there for his stick being nice on the goal. But I mentioned a little bit earlier, I got a chance to play with his dad, Keith Tkachuk, and they both have similarities on how they play. But when I really look at Brady, a lot of the same mannerisms, the same demeanor, the same nastiness and toughness, and just reading the room as both players are able to do. And yeah, that apple did not fall far from the tree when you talk about the Tkachuk boys. And their dad taught them a lot about the game of hockey, but the one thing that maybe I love most about what the man known as Big Walt taught his boys is how important the trainers and the training staff are of a hockey player, because they are the lifeline of every hockey player. And Big Walt learned, I'd like to think he learned from a lot of older guys in his career, and then he took that throughout his great NHL career. And his boys, from what I understand, I'm talking to a lot of the trainers that have had both Tkachuk brothers, is they are very similar to their dad, and that's pretty awesome to know and pretty awesome to see, because the trainers are the best in the lifeline of a hockey player and a hockey team.
Their dad, Keith, played in 23 Olympic Games, represented the United States. That's the most all-time by an American at the Winter Olympics in men's hockey. Keith Tkachuk, also a teammate of Mike Sullivan with the Phoenix Coyotes, the head coach of this U.S. squad.
I don't know if I mentioned it too, but boy, Brady sounds like his dad.
Yeah. Here is McAvoy behind the net, stuffed attempt. Puck winds up behind the goal. Hops over the stick of Sanderson. Around behind, away from Thompson. Now McAvoy. Back over to Tage Thompson. Thompson, as he was falling to the ice, able to throw the puck out in front, knocked down by McAvoy.
The play he had Neal busting in behind him. Might have had an odd man situation.
Now Trocheck. Larkin taken to the boards. Larkin in with a hit. And now Tiffels plays the puck for Germany. 5-0 lead for the United States.
Good stick slave in there.
Team USA has iced the puck. Catherine.
Well, Austin Matthews with a big game tonight. His mother, Emma, was born and raised in Mexico, and in order to support Austin's youth hockey career, she worked multiple service jobs. There were few rinks in Scottsdale, Arizona, so he grew up playing at Arcadia Ice Arena. It was described as one sheet of ice in an otherwise shabby structure, but better than nothing in a community where ice is hard to come by, guys. His father, Brian, and grandfather, they wanted him to play baseball, but he preferred the action of hockey and loved scoring goals, as we can see tonight. So his mom did everything she could to get him out there and provide for him. And now his influence on youth hockey in Arizona is unmatched. He's an icon. Kids know him. And his number 34 is seen throughout the communities.
Thanks, Catherine. Now, do you remember that goal Alex Ovechkin scored as a rookie, the spectacular goal in Phoenix?
I saw that, yeah. It was. I mean, he beat an outstanding goaltender. I know that.
Oh, he did. Who happens to be working with us tonight. A young Austin Matthews was in the stands that night. Watching that game, witnessing history.
Bruce, you're taking a little credit for the impact that he had on Austin Matthews' career.
I inspired him to score goals by watching one of the greatest goals ever scored. Thanks a lot, Kenny.
He loves that stuff, doesn't he, Boog?
Austin Matthews with a pair tonight, inspired as a youngster by Bush.
Ally helps millions spend smarter and save more for the things that matter most to them. That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
One more. Ciao. Thank you.
Fill your potatoes? Oh, yes. Fill your eggs and pasta? Hello, creaminess. Philadelphia, a creamy touch of magic.
Proud Papa, Keith Tkachuk on hand. Here in Milan.
There he is, Big Walt.
And how about this?
Oh, amazing. That is
we
amazing.
saw this earlier in the tournament. This is 20 years ago in Torino during the Olympics. Dad was on the ice, represented the United States. They were 8 and 6 years old at the time. And how about 1980? When we spoke to Mike Sullivan the other day, he said that game inspired an entire generation of hockey players, and we hope to do the same.
That team opened up the door for American-born players. The world took notice, and I'll be quite honest, the National Hockey League took notice that American-born players could play and be in the best league in the world. And all of us that came after, alums of USA Hockey, a big thank you to that 1980 Miracle on Ice team to open up the doors for the players that came after.
including a 17-year-old Eddie Olczyk 4 years later, representing the United States in Sarajevo. Dave Christian is in the building tonight.
A member of that 80 team.
He is Brock Nelson's uncle. Brock scored 2 goals in the opening game against Latvia. I mentioned earlier, the United States in the game just before the miracle on ice that we just saw against Russia. They beat West Germany 4-2. Dave Christian had 3 assists in that game.
Yeah, he was such a smart player.
Score! Stützle puts Germany on the board.
Well, there's a couple of things to love about this play by Tim Stützle, but the patience with the puck to hold on and not shoot the puck and just wait for an opportunity for the defense to go sliding by and then be able to create the chance. It's Noah Hannafin that goes right by him, and Stützle goes glove side on Connor Hellebuck.
And Hellebuck knew that Reichel was on that back post, so that kept him back a little bit. You have to kind of respect that that guy's on that back post, and I think when he was back like that, that allowed Stützle to have a little bit more space to go upstairs. A good finish by Stützle. Germany's able to break the shutout for Hellebuck.
Here comes Stützle again. Stützle from Peterka. Now Mo Seider. That's glove by Hellebuck. We talked about Stützle in our opening segment. It is his 4th goal here in Milan. Now tied with Backlund Celebrini for the tournament lead. Now this sets a record for German players in Olympics involving players from the NHL.
One thing that he can't do so well, and he's got great skill level, but he gets great separation.
Hellebuck stopping Eel with 8:04 remaining.
When he gets that puck on his stick, he gives himself some time. And you mentioned Davey Christian. There he is, Kenny.
Watching his nephew, Brock Nelson, a member of the 1980 U.S. Olympic team.
He was a tremendous all-around player.
The 1960 gold medal winning squad included Brock Nelson's grandfather, Billy, his great-uncle, Roger, and then his uncle, 20 years later, 1 gold. One of the other Olympic Games between the United States and Germany in Salt Lake in 2002, Mike Richter with a shutout, 5-0. United States has won 9 of 10 against Germany at the Olympics. 5-1 lead for the U.S. here tonight. The winner of Group C in the United States is less than 8 minutes away. Would receive a bye into the quarterfinal round and will be lined up to play the winner of the 7-10 game between Sweden and Latvia. They do not reseed after the playoff round. Canada, it appears, will be the 1 seed. Germany offside. United States needed to win this game by 10 goals in order to get that 1 seed. Slovakia 3, Finland 4.
Yeah, I think once Canada did what they did this afternoon, I think the thought of that 1 seed for the United States pretty much went out the door. And I think for the United States, they had to find a way to play a solid 60 minutes, right? Mike Sullivan talked about it, the details, defending, understanding that every play matters. I think we've seen that here tonight in this game. This has been the most complete game for the United States, and I feel like this opponent in Germany was exactly what they needed. I think the other two opponents, it's easy to kind of look past them. You play a lot of offense. You don't really have to worry about playing defense. And in this game, there's a couple of star players on Germany that you got to make sure that you check hard, check well. And for the most part, the United States has done it. And this is a good test for the United States, and I feel like they passed with flying colors considering they're up 5-1 here late in the third period.
Canada, as the 1 seed, would face the winner of the 8-9 match, Czechia and Denmark. Quarterfinal will take place on Wednesday, following the playoff round on Tuesday. So the 4 teams who win their playoff round matchup would have to come back the next day to take on one of the top 4 seeds. Shot by Visman off the side of the cage, out in front, and is covered by Connor Hellebuck. NHL players participating at the Winter Olympics, first time since 2014. The first 5 days have certainly not disappointed on the men's side. Canada 3 wins, outscoring their opponents 20-3. United States about to make it 3-0. Wins over Latvia, Denmark now leading Germany 5-1. Puck came out of the zone, sent back in offside.
Werenski having some trouble fell to the ice, a smile to the bench. I've seen a lot of players on this ice surface wipe out at times, and Enzo made mention about the ice late in periods. I also think the amount of walking they have to do from where their locker rooms are to where they come to this arena, I feel like there's a lot of foot traffic, and perhaps sometimes their blades can get nicked up. But good players fall a lot in these Olympics so far. I think some of it has to do with the ice, and some of it has to do with just the foot traffic where they have to walk towards the ice. It can certainly damage the blades at times.
It's about a 3 to 4 minute walk from the pregame locker room to the ice. The goaltenders driven on golf carts. But then once the game starts, there are game locker rooms. But because there are 3 games in a day, players, coaches, staff have to shuffle around a bit.
It's kind of like the way that relief pitchers used to come in Major League Baseball there, Kenny, right? Used to drive them in on the big hat carts there.
Boosh might be too young to remember those days.
Oh, I remember those days. And the Montreal Expos used to do it, right?
They did?
Olympic Stadium. That's the way to do it.
I heard you lobbied for a similar situation for backup goaltenders when entering the game.
Get driven in right to your crease.
Yep. Conserve a little energy.
Yeah. Save the legs.
I know when I played, there was some general managers that wanted to drive me right to the airport and get rid of me.
No matter what the mode of transportation.
Forget staying in town. Just go ahead.
5-1 lead for the United States over Germany.
Maria Root to put Sweden into the gold medal game. Score! Sweden has won! Shocking.
This is something that I don't think anybody in the world of women's hockey would ever have expected.
The United States have advanced to the semifinal round. They will take on Sweden. Rematch of the semifinal game from 2006.
Team Sweden have nothing to lose. The Americans, they're dominating. We're having that head-to-head clash again. We got to win this game and keep pushing on.
United States and Sweden on the women's side. Semifinal action tomorrow, 10:40 a.m. Eastern on NBC.
Kenny,
United States.
You'll be on the call, Kenny, with AJ Malesko, Catherine Tappan, Jen Buttrell.
United States has had the edge in 4 of the previous 5. losing in 2006 in the upset.
What do you think's the key for this semi for the U.S., you think, Kenny?
They've been dominant.
Yeah, they have.
They've outscored their opponents 26-1. They've won all 5 games, 4 straight shutouts. Just more of the same.
Just play. Yeah, just play.
Canada will take on Switzerland in the other semifinal matchup. Canada, 5 gold medals. United States, 2. On the women's side at the Olympics since 1998. Shot by McAvoy, missed the net. Puck comes back out to Quinn Hughes. His mom is a part of the staff. He's the player development coach with the U.S. women's team. Here's Quinn Hughes once again.
No stick for the goaltender.
Got it back. Pass deflected off a skate of Reeder.
Trips got it back.
Now McAvoy. Down to 5 minutes remaining. Here's Tage Thompson. About half of this men's team attended one of the women's games here in Milan. Now Dylan Larkin. Backhand shot, and that's stopped and held by front trim. Down to 4:46 on the clock. Catherine.
Well, I was with the Team USA women earlier today, and they are fired up for that matchup against Sweden tomorrow. And Kenny, you know this, but it's just fun to watch this youthful joy that they are playing with. They all say that there's something special about that group in the locker room, a nice blend of young players and the veteran presence of players like Kendall Coyne-Schofield and Hillary Knight and Lee Steckline. And we're looking forward to seeing them tomorrow night. And I know a number of these men are hoping to see them advance as well to that gold medal match.
Hillary Knight, a 5-time Olympian, the captain. Kendall Coyne-Schofield with a couple of goals in the last game. And the newcomers, the first-time Olympians, have all been major factors. Shot by Sider, misses the net. Picked up by Brady Tkachuk. Back behind the play, Matthew Tkachuk is tied up with Leon Draisaitl. Canada clinching the top seed in Group A. Slovakia in Group B. As Matthew Tkachuk is led off to the box, the United States in control, leading this game 5-1 as they look to wrap up Group C with a perfect 3-0 record.
They've been going at it all night, and if it hasn't been Matthew, it's been his brother Brady. They've had a couple of run-ins with Leon Draisaitl.
An unsportsmanlike conduct call. Third power play for Germany. Puck is wrapped around by Brock Faber. Talked about the rivalry, Calgary and Edmonton, during Matthew Tkachuk's time with the Flames, and then 2 consecutive Stanley Cup Final Series. Florida Panthers defeated the Edmonton Oilers in 7, and then 6. Puck cleared by Slavin.
It's not coincidence that the turnaround and the successful last handful of years went hand in hand with the addition of Matthew Tkachuk becoming a Florida Panther.
No doubt. Following the trade from Calgary. 3 straight trips to the final. There's Draisaitl. Now Peterka. McAvoy. Puck is cleared. Down to 3:20 remaining. United States with goals from Werenski in the first, Matthews and Faber in the second, Thompson and Matthews here in the third. Peterka's pass blocked off by J.T. Miller.
Good play, Sanderson up on Peterka.
There's Visman for Germany in with a shot, and that's blocked by Miller.
The whole U.S. bench to the left of me. Everybody banging their sticks on the bench. Great block there by J.T. Miller. A big role that he has to play on this team, and talking to Mike Sullivan and how willing and acceptable he was of the role to be a penalty killer. He and Vincent Trocheck. Good stop there by JT Miller.
Yeah, and the recognition, you mentioned it, Bush, you heard it, you saw it. All those players on that bench recognizing the shot block by Miller there. And also the head equipment manager for Team USA, Chris Capetto, is also in that role with the New Jersey Devils with a pat on the back of JT Miller.
Puck forced out by Larkin.
New Jersey Devil trainer patting a New York Ranger player on the back there. I'm sure that doesn't happen very often, but when you're at the Olympics and representing Team USA, absolutely. So nice job there by the man known as Frosty, acknowledging JT Miller's effort there on that shot block.
We were talking about Miller and Trocheck. Penalty has expired. They grew up playing youth hockey together in the Pittsburgh area. Now teammates on the U.S. Olympic team and doing a tremendous job on the penalty kill as a unit.
And that's their role. That's exactly what Mike Sullivan has asked them to do.
Here's Boldy looking for the stick of Matthews, who has scored twice. Hannafin kept the puck in at the line. Under 2 minutes remaining.
Matthews looking for the HT here.
Germany with a goal from Stutzler.
Good defensive play by Matthews there to shut that play down.
Took it away from Nico Sturm. Shot missed the net off the stick of Kabla. And it's cleared by Werenski. So the United States will look ahead to the quarterfinal round on Wednesday against the winner of Tuesday's game between... No icing, down to 1:10. That goal at the end of the first period, Eddie, huge.
Huge. And again, can't emphasize enough. The Germans had a chance to clear it 2 different times. Werenski with a keep in. Larkin got hit hard. If his teammate with the Red Wings there, Mo Sider, got him up high, but Werenski kept the play alive, and then Matt Boldy kept the play alive, and eventually the puck ends up into the back of the net for Team USA.
Down to a half minute remaining. Quinn Hughes circles back. Here comes Trocheck. Sider with the puck down to 15. So Germany will finish with a record of 1-2. They will be in the number 6 slot as the second place team coming out of Group C. Germany will play France in the playoff round in the 6-11 game. The United States defeating Germany here today 5-1. They clinch Group C with a record of 3-0, and will await the winner of Sweden and Latvia. Scoreless game for the first 19 minutes, 51 seconds. That big goal scored by Werenski. Team USA with 2 in the second, and then 2 here in the third. They outshoot Germany 37-24. The captain, Austin Matthews, leading the handshake line. Bruce Connor Hellebuck started the first game. Sat behind Jeremy Swayman last night. Outstanding, stopping 23 of 24 in this game against Germany.
Yeah, I said in the open, I mean, it was a question mark for the United States. Who do they go with? It's an embarrassment of riches, to be honest with you, in the goaltending position. But Connor Hellebuck, I think, has the full confidence in Mike Sullivan and the coaching staff. Mike Sullivan talked about it, the body of work. And I think that through 2 games that Hellebuck has played, he's done nothing but inspire confidence in his group, in a fan base, and it's going to be his net the rest of the way. They will live and die with the play of Connor Hellebuck. I think he's been solid through the 2 starts that he's had, and the competition will only get stiffer. But one thing is for sure, Hellebuck's game has been sharp here in the Olympics through 2 games.
The United States and Canada, the only teams to go 3-0 in the preliminary round here in Milan. Germany will play again on Tuesday, following their second consecutive defeat. The United States clinches the top spot in Group C. Werenski opened the scoring. Team USA physical throughout, and they defeat Germany 5-1. For Eddie Olczyk, Brian Boucher, Catherine Tappan, and our entire crew, I'm Kenny Albert. The United States into the quarterfinal round in Milan.
Welcome back into our Olympic studios, everybody. I'm here with Anson Carter, TJ Oshie, the United States winning 5-1 over Germany. But guys, Austin Matthews, I mean, he's getting it started. How much of a statement game was this for him?
He was incredible. And in order for the Americans to win a gold medal in this Olympics, he can't be good, Lindsay. He has to be great. And I thought in today's game, he was really good. And he was really good going to the blue paint. You can't play on the outside. And this whole team and individuals, their game has to build towards playing against Canada and beating Canada what they do best. Canada plays hard in the trenches. They play in the tough areas. Big Poppy, that they call him, Austin Matthews, going to the blue paint. He's not staying on the outside. He's scoring blue-collar goals. A guy standing next to me, TJ Oshie, is one of the best at scoring those blue-collar goals where you're making yourself available and sacrificing yourself by getting there and winning those battles in front of the net, Osh.
And you love to see his teammates, when he does get there, they reward him with that effort and get it to the back door there, or get it to the front of the net on the power play so he can get that rebound goal.
Is this unexpected from him? Is there anything he's showing you that you're impressed with and surprised by?
I don't think we're surprised by it, but I think you just love to see it, right?
Yeah.
He's got a big body, world-class skill, and you love to see that grittiness side of him, especially with the C on his chest.
The other grittiness I love to see is Brady Tkachuk, right? What do you think?
Oh, I love Brady. I love him for so many reasons. There's many different ways to lead. A lot of leaders on this American team. One way that Brady Tkachuk sets an example is by his physicality. Yeah. And what I love about the physicality is, yes, we all love it from here on TV, and the fans love it in the stands. But what it does is it draws attention from the other team. It gets them off their game. Now they're not thinking about making the play. They're thinking about paying back Brady. And what I also love is the soundbite that we heard. He's got a mic on tonight, and you hear what he says. He just sounds like a captain, like a guy that loves his teammates. So I'm cheering for the guys when they scored, almost like he scored, giving guys taps. Looked like it was a little firm for a couple of the guys, but you love that. You love that camaraderie, and I love the energy that Brady brings every night.
And you're sitting on the bench, you watch a player like Brady Tkachuk do what he's doing on the ice, you get so motivated. You actually get 2 inches taller. You add about 10 pounds.
Really?
And you're forced to follow his lead. You can't play on the outside. Like we're talking about Austin Matthews, who's watching Brady Tkachuk play that way. You can't sit on the bench and think, well, I'm going to play small. I'm going to go around this player. I can't finish my check. I can't block that shot. No, you'll be embarrassed if you do that. So Brady Tkachuk's definitely leading by example.
I think the best teammates that I've had that lead by example, it inspires the rest of the team to jump on board. You see them doing that, you want to do it. You want to make that same reaction that he had on you when you were on the bench, when you're on the ice.
Who's tops in your book for teammates that have done
Top
that?
teammates?
Yeah.
I mean, well, one's on Canada right now. Tom Wilson, who I love like a little brother.
Right.
But you know, if U.S. and Canada meets, I'm gonna have a tough decision to make here.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, more on that in a moment.
Brother. He's my little brother.
Come on over the dark side.
I'm going to save you for a moment. We're heading out to Catherine Tappan, who has more.
Brock, so much offense from the blue line tonight for you guys, including your goal. What makes that work for Team USA?
Yeah, we got 8 defensemen that can skate, and obviously our forwards are pretty good at getting the pucks to us and getting to the net. So, it's part of it. A good team, you need your D to bring offense, and I thought we played well tonight.
Coach told you guys to treat this as a playoff game in the NHL, this game particularly tonight. So how do you think your team took that message to heart?
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. I thought we played a solid 3 periods. There's stuff that we need to clean up, but overall I thought we got better as the tournament went on, and that's what it's all about. And, now it gets real.
It does get real. It's win or go home. But for you, it's your first Olympics. You get a big goal tonight. How special has this whole experience been for you wearing that USA jersey?
It's awesome. It's you dream of playing in the Olympics, representing your country, and so grateful to do it. So much pride that comes with it, and you know, wearing this across my chest in these colors, it's something I'll never take for granted. And you know, I think I could say the same for every guy in the locker room. They all feel the same, and yeah, like I said, just so much pride that comes with it.
Brock, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Yep, thanks. Appreciate it.
Brock Faber there on Team USA's big win. Here's how the bracket looks, guys. So the United States will be playing the winner of Sweden-Latvia on Wednesday.
It's time for the real action to take place now. I mean, we had the appetizer. Now it's time for the entree. Single game elimination. It just ramps up the stakes for every team involved.
And I love that Coach Sullivan said they wanted this to be a playoff game. You know, when you're going into the Stanley Cup playoffs, you can't take those last couple of games off, because once you get in a playoff do or die feeling, it's hard to ramp that game up. So it's great that they had a playoff mentality tonight, because after this, you lose and you go home.
All right, Anson Carter, TJ Ocean, thank you guys. Thank you for showing us that stick work too, Teach. Switching over now to the women's tournament, the U.S. 1 win away from the gold medal game. They just need to beat Sweden in tomorrow's semifinal game. That is at 10:40 Eastern tomorrow on NBC. We'll be back with men's slopestyle right after this.
I'd like to think I'm a pretty relaxed and chill guy, but when it comes time to go and we're in the start gate, I can turn it